Welcome back, adventurers, as our heroes delve through a long-forgotten temple that now seems to be overrun with the deep goblins who have somehow armed themselves with adamantine weapons.
And sharks.
And a shark.
A very, very large shark.
All right, go ahead.
These episodes are sponsored by Critical Shoppe. You can visit them at www.criticalshoppe.com, threadless.com. They make really amazing designs. Our DM is wearing one of the t-shirts right now. This is one of my favorites. Weapons of choice. It's really cool. I'm wearing another one that says reality is for chumps in it. No, for suckers and chumps.
Oh my goodness.
They're currently making a new design to come out very soon, which is really, really cool. If you want to check out their designs, we have the link posted below. It's in our Facebook and Instagram as well, so go check them out. Really cool.
All right, cool. Well, we'll get started. So, when last we left off, we just discovered this large mosaic of a dwarven hero holding a powerful adamantine hammer, a big maul, and then all around this dwarf, you could see gouts of lava erupting and goblin skeletons being incinerated in it. But the face on this mosaic had been removed and is replaced by a painting of a goblin warlord with a cruel smile.
What,
you heard hammering coming down from the south passage there.
That sounds like an armory to me.
We should go that way.
What?
I agree.
Really quickly, the
Maybe we'll
goblin.
find out why they have such weapons.
What was he carrying, like, as far as, like, banner or, like...
Oh, it was just his face painted over the dwarf's body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Alright, so headed down that direction.
Can we be kind of quiet about it? Or I guess he's
Alright,
hammering.
so
we're not
as
really
you
concerned,
as
yeah.
you pass this direction here,
There you go.
past there, to turn down that hall,
Uh-oh.
you were leading the way, UI?
Moving him. No, we're gonna let Thaddeus lead the
Okay,
way.
so you and Thaddeus were leading the way?
I need...
So I need the two of you to make a dex save.
Uh-oh.
Against
Oh no! I saved your life,
A
A
wizard.
dex save.
Sure did.
against a magic.
Oh!
13.
Thaddeus, you hear a and gouts of flame erupt from the walls.
Whoa!
Each of you, if
No,
you failed
wait.
your save, DC
Okay,
12.
I was about to say.
okay,
So if you failed your
Right over
save,
here.
which was
Yeah.
DC 12.
I didn't get to say what I got yet.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you the DC. We'll take 13 fire damage. You'll take 6 on a successful save.
Okay, but
Meh.
I got a crit.
That doesn't matter.
Dang it!
Not in this world.
Or any world.
I got a 26.
I know, but the way you used to do it.
Yeah.
That's true. We did mess with that.
We did do that once.
6.
Right. All right, then.
Suck, Thaddeus.
You've seen this spreadsheet.
No,
So you now know you might
it's
want to
here?
start looking at
Dang
various
it, Thaddeus.
parts in the hall for traps.
Go ahead, Chad.
All right, so now you head down. You can make it to the door now.
Oh, good.
Ahead of you.
It just annoys me so much how many times they search for traps on Critical Role that I never want to do it ever over here.
No.
Ahead of you, there is a huge metal door.
Does it appear
I'll
to be...
pass Thaddeus the key.
Heat flame. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Heat
we
flame.
we got a key.
You have a key?
These keys
Alright,
went to the
the
armory.
key doesn't seem to match it.
These
Poopy.
must not be the armory.
do we have a key that seems to match
Probably
it?
the forge.
You do not. There doesn't look like there's a lock on the door.
That's
I'm
true.
Gonna,
He puts the key, gets nothing.
I'm gonna push the door.
Oh.
Alright, you push the door
Not
open,
work.
and you can see facing away
I'm
from
gonna
you.
carefully do it. Just
Take
in
a
case
goblin
I trip one.
and place him right here.
Ugly.
Facing away from you, hammering away at the anvil, is a goblin with a big mask over his eyes.
Oh, cool.
Ting, ting, ting,
Hello.
ting,
No, I don't actually do that.
ting, ting,
What do you want to do, Greg? You're in the front and we can't see what
I'm
you're
gonna
doing.
step quietly into the room. And you can see over me. I'm a dwarf.
ting,
Oh, that's fair.
ting.
I
Ting.
I
Oh
think
my
about
god,
you.
just to get him to stop. Thaddeus, get in
I'm
there.
gonna step out of the way.
Alright, so you step in. I'll stop making the noise. Go ahead.
Okay, well then, Thaddeus, you want to be right there?
Oh, are we all going in? Okay.
Guys,
Do you-
this is
do you
way too
want
much
to?
strategy for one goblin.
I don't know. Whatever Haley's doing.
What happens if he just Circle of Deaths us?
Yeah.
All right, when that
That's like
just
happens,
dead if
you
that
can tell me I
happens.
told you so.
That day, Master Osborne, I won't want to.
Colby, please don't do that. It doesn't mean that much to me.
What's that?
To be able to tell him so. For him
Microphone.
to Circle of Deaths.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
I need to be by
Chat's
Oz.
already saying dang it, Greg.
You need to be by
Oh,
Oz?
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Because of
Appreciate
light.
Alright.
purposes.
So what are we doing?
Let's kill him.
it. Well, I'm not the one who speaks Deep Goblin here.
Oh, me neither. We're all waiting on you.
So, we're going peaceful in with this?
Let's try.
Well, kind of
We're
like more
supposed to
like
get him to leave.
intimidation peaceful, so like, leave. But like, not in a way that's like, I'm gonna fight you.
He's a smith. I'm not going to hit him in the back of the head. I'm a man of God.
Then I'll draw my blades and say to him, "You may wish to surrender now."
Turns around and raises the mask, and you can see he's kind of a heavy set goblin, and he sees you and looks around, and he says in Deep Goblin, "Where did you come from?"
Sorry.
Outside?
Ah, yes! I was gonna say the surface.
You're funny. What are you, a elf?
Yes, in fact I am.
I've never seen one of you before.
Take a good look. I am a specimen of my people.
I am very beautiful.
You're a
Well,
credit to your people,
I'd
son.
hate to see one of the ugly ones.
You should just point over to Monty.
Point to me. Point to me.
Well,
Point
we
to
do
me.
have.
Yes!
Clever.
And then if I see him, point at me.
Inspiration since it's your idea.
I like do a very awkward curtsy because he just went like I am great and then pointed to me and so I'll be like yes I am also
It
great.
says, you're asking for death if you're down here.
Death, yes, though not our own. We're here to clear out your people. We'd like to give you a chance to flee on your own.
Flee? It would be against everything I stand for. If I flee, imagine what I might come back as in the next life. Some kind of lizard? Or a cow?
I believe you may have a misunderstanding about the way death works.
Or perhaps you do. There seem to be a whole lot of creatures here. Your people believe, what, that we all turn into trees when we die? There are no trees down here, elf.
He's got a point.
Foolhardy, I think. The spirit would not continue into a new form. You know, you simply die, and then your body may be used to help the people.
Ridiculous.
Holy crap. We remember there's a horde of goblins coming towards us. Let's murder this guy.
So
I'm
it's
just interested that the rest of us are sitting while theological
Yes,
discourse is taking place.
Like,
We're just
In
kind of
Deep
watching,
Goblin.
no idea what's being
Yeah. For all you, he could be saying, "Give us all of your gold now."
what's your name again? Dang it.
Oh,
My
yes,
name?
the password.
Esteem.
Mean harm. You know? Okay.
So
Thank you very much.
Esteem is he going to make some stuff for
Give
us?
me a moment. I do not believe he's here to work for us now.
Make some weapons. and
He
things.
is not interested in fleeing.
right. I create a thorn whip and lash it around his throat. And pull him 10 feet towards us.
He comes whipping towards you and he says,
I guarantee
"Big
you,
mistake."
this will not be
Roll
a
for
glorious
initiative.
death.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
can he take his d6 damage then?
Yeah?
So,
Oh, I was so ready.
1 damage.
Oh, you are so good at that.
Alright, Thaddeus.
D4.
Always D4.
Okay.
D4.
One.
There's no possible way you can get
Alright.
1 if you...
1 minus 1, 1.
You got a 1.
I am the most Darthor.
Wow.
Oh, man. That was an awesome roll.
Alright, there's one.
There's one possible way.
Alright,
I found it.
Esteem. Or, I'm sorry, Thaddeus. No, I got Thaddeus.
I'm
Osborne.
10.
Dang it, me.
10. Alright, Esteem.
19.
Nice.
Oh, well done. Esteem.
Little baby duck.
Golf claps
Foreign.
18 for me.
And UI.
17.
Nice.
That's right, little baby dice.
Good
first.
around.
Nice. Little baby dice.
And he
I'm
got.
gonna name it Chessex.
Okay, cool.
Did I beat him?
Haley, what's your dex mod?
4.
Okay, cool.
What?
That's right.
She just
Oh,
wants to go
She
first.
took the ability increase.
I'll
Alright,
do
nice. Then that puts us at esteem.
Good. Well, I warned him.
Good.
So I'll
It's true.
come in and I'll swing my blades at him.
I love that that's
I'll stick
the
my
thing
blades
that
at
you
him.
do now.
Yep, I stick my blades at him. Okay, so that's a 15 and a 16.
A 15 and a 16.
Watch them not hit.
Neither of those will hit.
You shouldn't have
Oh,
said
that's right. No,
anything.
15 and 16, both of those will hit.
Nice.
I'm thinking.
Is he
Nice.
armored, this dude?
Wow.
He,
that's
I mean, he's
rough.
wearing big, heavy, what looks like fireproof clothing.
That's a total of
So I should produce flame.
6 piercing damage.
Yes.
6 piercing damage?
Yep.
Alright.
You should cast Heat Flame.
Heat flame.
Not great, but I'm also not.
Otherwise
a
known
stabby
as
guy.
torch.
And yet, this
Or
this
just
clothing
fire.
that he's wearing, it's very thick. It looks like it could withstand gouts of flame.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
he's working with some heavy, heavy stuff.
Is that
here.
the right
Just
word?
a-
Gout?
Gout? Yeah,
Yeah,
G-O-U-T.
What did you think it was?
Spout.
That's
Gout's
another
a fine
correct
word.
word.
Yeah, but
Item.
A gout comes out of a spout, generally.
Yeah.
Alright, 6 damage you said?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
it's- And it's often used when speaking.
Oh
of
wait,
fire.
8
Gouts of
damage
flame is
because they're
very
+1.
popular.
Forgot about that.
Nice. Then that puts us at Farin.
Okay. So you have him still whipped around the neck, yeah, Oz? With Thorn Whip? Or does it just let go?
I mean, you pulled the creature 10 feet closer. For
I
role
just-
playing things, yes, technically still around his
Yeah,
neck,
it's still around his
but
throat.
he is not
He's not restrained or anything.
restrained or grappled.
Okay, I'll just kind of like thrust my pike in and just kind of shatter his knee, hopefully.
Oh,
Alright.
jeez.
See how that goes. 16
16 will hit.
for 11 piercing.
Alright.
I mark him and I move back 1 square.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
So he's got to come get you.
Yeah. If he wants me.
Alright, that puts
Does
us
that cancel
at
the
UI.
mark? That doesn't
Um,
cancel the mark.
If I'm
I'm
away
gonna
from
run
him.
over here behind this anvil.
I just couldn't remember.
Because when
Okay.
I
I
die,
can still throw from here.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
we're still able to do it.
I'm gonna throw an axe at his face.
Alright, at the back of his head, basically.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, 17 plus 4.
17 plus 4, that will hit.
7 whole damage as my axe hits him right in the shoulder, right in the back.
Alright, yeah, it lands in the right between his shoulder blades. He stumbles forward, and that makes it his turn as he reaches up and he grabs a big heavy chain hanging from the ceiling
Uh-oh.
for balance and yanks it. You see a pot, a big huge cauldron hanging above the room. It starts to shake now, spraying lava all over the room.
Oh shoot.
Everyone in the room needs to make a con save, DC
Oh.
13.
Ooh, I think I have that.
Not too
Plus
good.
2 for me, isn't it?
That didn't look too great either.
14.
14?
I can't.
DC
no,
13.
Ooh, yikes. I failed.
Do you want to have... Is this a
It's a save.
That's dumb. I forgot that marking a creature I have to stay within reach.
Well, you can just
That's what I figured.
retcon it if you want.
Get back up.
Okay, I'll take the damage. Con save?
You do it.
I probably didn't make it.
I don't think any of us did.
Ooh, yikes, that's scary.
12?
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So that no one passed it then.
Okay.
Oh, I did.
You did? What'd you
I
get?
got a 14.
No.
Oh, I thought you said you got less than that. Okay, cool. So, then in that case, it does almost max damage. It does 38 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Definitely down.
Everything in the room.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
down.
he's fine. Well,
Am I... Does that
He's
include
very,
me?
very heavy. Yeah, he's got immunity to fire.
Does
Alright.
that include me?
You take half that.
so 19.
I
I'm
got
I'm down.
1 HP.
Oh,
It's
Oh
not like
my God,
it's not
you
like
just party
lava
wiped us.
pouring out. It's splashing around.
so are we all down?
We are all down.
I have 1 HP.
Oh, okay, good.
Are you down? You took half that.
I had 9 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yikes. All right.
That was effective.
Then that puts us at Osborne.
Okay.
He said big mistake.
He did say big mistake. Yeah.
Nat 20!
All right. So you're
Oh.
back up with 1 HP,
Hey.
and you get a
Oh,
turn.
wait. Can I do a movable object first?
No, because you went down as well. It'll happen.
No,
No,
I didn't go
Oh,
down.
you didn't go down. Then
No.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, let me do that first. So I'll attack here.
Oh, you already did.
Get somebody
All right,
back
so
up.
18,
18 will hit.
4,
We'll
11
always have to
piercing
pray
again.
Nice.
For 20s.
Okay,
Mhm.
there we go.
Sam can get one of us.
Can I do that to
if he
each one
wants
who's
to.
down,
I'm gonna
or
get
No, it's
Thaddeus
just
up
one.
because we also
Okay.
has healing.
Because I think that one uses a reaction. I may be wrong.
Let me
Double
look.
check.
Get on your
Because if
feet.
not, then you,
Wait, I
you
might
could.
kill
But
him.
since this one, they all happen simultaneously, I'd say only once.
you may immediately move up to your speed toward the enemy and make an attack against it. Alternatively, you can command an ally to do the same. Says nothing about
Okay, cool.
reaction.
Then normally, if it happened one after the other, you could do multiple. Since they all happen at once. It would
Right.
just be-
That's
Alright.
fine. That hasn't happened before.
All right. So what are you doing?
He healed me.
He healed
He
you.
healed me
Okay.
for 8.
Then that puts us at Thaddeus.
Okay, good. So having
Wait,
gotten.
bonus action. I'm going to turn into.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
I gotta find it first.
Oh, okay. So having gotten slammed against the wall and sprayed with like burning
Yeah.
stuff, I wake up and kind of scrape some of it off the front of me, and then who's closest that's down?
That'd be you.
You wouldn't leave his reach either.
Yeah. So I wouldn't leave to get the wizard, so I'm gonna. I have to do everything it seems. And then, yeah, what?
I've been handy.
Yeah, I'll reach down and give you 5, which is what I have left.
All right.
So, get up, Lorimir didn't curse me with you, only to lose you now.
Then are you gonna?
Then that puts us at a steep.
And then I'm gonna. What?
Oh, Esteem.
Oh, scoot out of the way? Yeah, I'll scoot out of the way.
All right, Esteem.
That's great. Well, then I'll claw the magma off of me and.
And it's just like little splashes of it. It's
Yeah.
just even a little splash.
Yeah, it just hurts a
real
lot.
bad.
Yeah.
Hurts a whole lot. It knocked me out. It was bad.
I rolled. It was d10s, and I rolled 7, 7, 7, 8, 9.
Dang. Yeah, that's
Eyes
heavy.
are up. I'm just gonna take a picture for dramatic effect.
All right.
I'm going to swing at him again.
Last man
All right.
standing.
After I stand up, of course.
Ooh. Okay, now you may stand
Yes, I will do that. I will do the standing. That's
Oh, come on,
a hit on 1, a 19 on the die.
All right.
That was a short sword.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn
So
into a
it's going to
Mike
be
and adult.
6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Oz is now a big scary tree.
All right.
Big
and-
scary
Fungus
fungus.
tree.
Nice, dude. Use the large mushroom
No, it's
guy.
not that big. It's medium.
Oh, is it medium? Mike and adult?
We have mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, we have
Do
mushrooms
you have
there
a
too.
mushroom mini? Little baby one.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Then that puts us at Farin.
Okay. I would like to do threatening presence
Okay.
and just kind of
Fair.
dust off the lava with my
I don't
pike,
care.
and I say, "You see this trick that you did to me? It is nothing. I'm going to shatter your other knee, and you will fall." And not that he can understand me, but I will again shatter his knee
All right.
for nat 17, 23,
You got him.
and for another 11 piercing.
All right.
And as for my intimidation, my threatening presence, that's a 16.
And what does he have to do?
Let's see.
I think.
Make a wisdom save.
DC equal to your check.
Right.
He failed it.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Go
that
ahead.
means that he is frightened of me until the
Of
end
you?
of my next
Okay.
turn.
All right.
And again, he is still marked by me. And I am also going to use lockdown.
Yes.
So you and allies have advantage to hit him.
Nice.
When you hit an enemy, you can expend a CP to give you and allies advantage to hit that creature until the end of my next turn.
Which you gonna?
Nice.
Yes.
You okay?
All right.
I approve of such things.
Then he is going to clap his hands together. Oh, UI. I'm sorry, UI.
Oh yay!
Get that 20.
16.
All right. He claps his hands together and points his hands out, palms up, and flame erupts from him,
Nice.
and he's gonna go right there to get those 3.
Thanks.
So that's our Myconid, Thaddeus, and Farin.
Okay.
Crap.
And that's a dex
Uh,
save.
Hang on.
Doesn't even matter.
So as he extends his hands forward, then I say no, and raise my spear towards him, and I'm attempting to cancel the spell. I do.
All right, tell
that
me
was
about the
it.
ability.
Alright, when you are targeted by a spell, which indeed
Okay.
I was, you can use your reaction, I am doing so, to attempt to block the spell by succeeding on a charisma check, adding your proficiency bonus against a DC of 8 plus the spell's level. Is it a first level spell?
That is a first
The
level
DC
spell.
was 9, I had a 17 on the die.
Alright, there you
And
go.
so I just extend
And
my
how
spear
often can you
towards
use
him.
it?
That's my channel divinity, so just the once.
There you go.
Nice.
But as
Very
he,
nice.
but I was gonna go down probably, so
Yeah.
I didn't want him to.
Alright, so
So-
as this fire erupts, you just say no, and you put your spear in the way, and your spear just sort of sucks the flame into it, and then it just cools down.
And it just goes.
I didn't know you can do that.
That's why they call us silences. And so then I'm just kind of standing right.
Nice. Alright, that puts us then at Osborne.
That was freaking cool, dude.
Hey, thanks.
Myconid's gonna step forward.
Just right in the middle of the way. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Might as well.
Give him a little boom.
I'm a little medium
Mushroom fella.
Mushroom.
Can you make a Constitution save,
He
please?
will. He got a 11.
Oh, right on the money.
Are you
Mine's
serious?
Mine's DC 11.
Oh,
Hypnotic Explorers or whatever.
Pacified Explorers.
what a terrible
You
DC.
No,
can't-
but
you
it's
can't
because-
mess with his saves, can you?
It's because it's an amazing
No, I do enemies. Oh wait.
His
Yeah,
save?
redo your save.
thing. Okay.
I mean,
in
it's
case he messes it up. Whoa!
You got better.
Oh.
yeah. Okay, I wasted that.
So the mushroom just puts its head forward to the mushroom cap's facing it and goes boom, 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 boom. But they all just hit off his pad.
Aggressively dangerous.
And yeah, he's not actually wearing armor.
Well,
He's
it's
just wearing
just
heavy
off
padding.
his cloak.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
little tiny mushrooms that.
That puts us at Thaddeus.
Well, I've got advantage to hit him now because of the
You do
lockdown
lockdown.
happened. And so, as he's distracted and now probably a little off-put by the fact that I just ate his spell, then I just kind of smile at him. And then as the spear is just right here, then it cools down and then I just send it around to the side of his head.
Nice.
At advantage,
Wow.
13?
13 will hit.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
I will take that. So he's gonna take nice 10 damage.
Nice. All right, so
Please die.
crack your spear into his skull, and he immediately just stops moving and drops to the ground, slumping over dead.
What a monster.
Right.
So yeah, one thing you've definitely noticed is that it seems like every goblin here has some sort of fire-based magical ability.
Impressive.
And he is wearing that fire-resistant padding.
Oh, yeah, we'll grab that for sure.
Just I
Oh,
cough. a
right.
little
So yeah, I'll go.
bit.
He's
Oh,
small.
I got
right?
a nat 17, so a 17 medicine check to stabilize him.
He is small, but that padding is
Stay
heavy
much
enough
convenient.
that since it's much longer than you would normally wear in combat, it could be used by a medium
How
creature.
about me, guys?
And does it just grant immunity to fire damage?
His padding, he had resistance already,
Oh, so it
and his
grants
padding grants resistance if you don't have it, or immunity to fire if you already have resistance.
Awesome.
However,
You can't.
it can't be worn with armor, and it does not count as armor.
Oh, that's me. But I'm dead, so it doesn't
I got
matter.
you. It was stable. I got you.
He did a medicine
I'm
check.
And
Still
it would be for a
asleep?
small creature
Give me a
too, right?
second.
Well, that's what he was asking. It's
Oh, yeah.
much heavier than armor, so it's longer because it's made to protect the whole body, and so a medium creature could wear it.
Okay. Neat.
But yeah, he's dead, so you can remove him.
Fine. I'll just sort of gauging, how much power I feel like I still have. I suppose this is it for a while. And I reach down and clasp the monk on the shoulder, and I cast Cure Wounds. So have yourself, nice, have yourself 9 HP,
Let's play how many times we can raise her.
and then pull you up to your feet
Hey,
and say,
it's
we're
not
not
my
losing
fault.
you to your black just yet.
I'm a little peeved, but, but it's okay.
So
And
yeah,
we
you
have
can
this cool
see
stuff you can wear.
you can see there's this
This
big
is like
anvil,
the 6th time you've dropped. You know that.
and you can see that.
He failed a trap check and got me hurt. That was not my
Since
fault.
we started,
Fail anything. I
Nah,
didn't
no,
want
no,
to
theater.
check.
You can
Not my
see
fault.
that there is a large anvil that he was working on, as well as 4 smaller anvils that are tucked under a
I wasn't listening for the armor.
underneath the table there.
So.
Who is she talking?
There are two small pits of lava. You can see there's two little buckets on either side of the room of lava and one of water. These buckets are made of some sort of heavy stony metal that the lava doesn't seem to burn through. Then there is the large bit here where there's a bunch of coals and stuff and what looks almost like an oven where you stick metal into and have it, but it's not lit currently. And you can see behind it on the wall is a small grate. No bigger than maybe that. And that grate is made of what looks like scorched metal. You can see as well that it looks like he was in the middle of crafting a battle axe. It's not done by any means, but it was being crafted from adamant, which you know that normal flame and lava is not normally enough to work adamant, which is why it's so rare. You see that on the workbench there is a notebook written in Deep Goblin.
It lasts an hour, so I can still read it.
Oh, there you go. Then it documents the creation of two objects, one of which is called the Obsidian Stone,
Whoa.
and one of which is called the Bloodstone.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, I have a bloodstone.
And it tells of the great power they hold, and how the blacksmith thought it was a waste of time to keep the big one prisoner when they could have made two incredibly powerful pieces of equipment using the essence required to create them.
The big one.
The big one. That's what he notes it as. He says...
You telling me this?
he does say
Read
that
aloud.
he is intrigued to replicate something like it in reference to the big one.
Ooh.
He says he has notes for some of his design ideas. A set of chainmail that would just be a new style that would be easier to move in, as well as a shield. And he has notes for... Here we go. No, not that one. I'll get there. It's one of these.
You know, I would like to throw that lava on them, but I have a feeling that it wouldn't do the same thing.
Alright, here we go.
Not all of them.
He has notes for two different objects. That would be imbued with magical power if someone
Finished them.
if someone with that magical power could craft it. He clearly thought he had the power to do so. But one of them is an obsidian amulet that would protect the wearer from non-adamantine weapons. And he was thinking that if he equipped some of the goblins with that, he might be able to use this in a war. And then the other one...
Mass produce that? Holy crap.
the other one could use... he believes that if he were to create it... This one would be out of the Bloodstone amulet. The other was out of the Obsidian. He thinks that if you were to use the Bloodstone...
Yeah, the gem.
to turn into an amulet with the proper magical channeling, he could use it to amplify the powers of someone who is wounded. The magical powers of someone who's wounded.
I would love that.
Question. Do you have that armor written down somewhere?
What armor?
Oh,
That I
the
can
heavy
wear?
stuff?
No, the fire resistance.
Oh, the fire stuff?
You just
All
have
it is
fire
is you
resistance.
have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah, it's just like
It's not
layers of
technically
heavy
armor.
cloth.
Can I wear it under my clothes?
It's
look
pretty
silly.
heavy.
You just look like a welder now.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Do you tell us this?
I read aloud, yeah. These sound like rather enterprising
said,
deep dwarves.
If you were in a hot environment, for example, the desert or something like that, it
wouldn't help.
It would be very annoying to wear. So it would.
I'm not gonna wear it in public.
Well, right. I'm just saying, if you're ever wearing it, in a desert, then it's gonna give you some levels of heat exhaustion as you wear it.
That obsidian amulet, if it could be produced on a wide scale, would be very helpful against the orcs. Provided that they don't have much in the way of magical weaponry. That spear felt like something. But
You
Deep
did
go-
note, as you continue to read, you see that he doesn't think, or he thinks that mass producing these things, he says, well, he'd love to. They would have to find more of these stones first.
So it would be a one thing.
Currently, yeah, with the ones they have. And he did note that they're using these 2 stones to keep the big one prisoner.
Deep goblins are capable of doing such craftsmanship. Are they that different from regular goblins?
So far as we knew, these weren't capable of doing this either.
You talk of the bloodstone. I rip off my amulet. My mother gave this to me, albeit it is smaller than... It is a very small fragment of a bloodstone, but I was not aware that it was used in such a way.
Where did you get that?
He just
Just
said
said
his mother gave it.
My mother never told me where she got it. Before she left us, she gave it to me as a memento to remember her by. And I have always felt some connection with it, a small amount of...
But when he's singing out as the best friend, he can fly if he puts it on.
a small amount of magic, maybe. It's what I use to get her up most of the time.
Get on your feet, make it happen.
I am interested to find out where they would find these bloodstones and
Maybe
what...
we should look for what they call the big one.
Are you a plant stuff?
Good question.
Myconans can speak, I believe.
They cannot.
They have the
They might
telepathy
be-
thing.
Oh, yeah. So you can
I can only
actually...
talk to other spores.
But you can release spores
Yeah.
to connect with other people.
That's true.
Oh,
That's a
that-
thing they
And
do.
then we'll be in a telepathic link.
Oh my god, I'm gonna give everyone a spore then.
I don't think they can all communicate with one another, but everyone can communicate with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was only with spores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give
shake the
each of them a
spores.
spore.
Oh, just
Now everyone telepathically can communicate with you.
Wow.
I eat
think
it.
What
this
are
is
you-
really-
I eat it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Inspiration.
Hey.
Make a constitution save.
all of us?
No, just
All
me.
of
I
us?
ate
Oh.
it. So
Oh,
I do. Ooh, pretty dang
Pretty
good.
good.
17.
You're fine.
And then
14
everyone
over
gives
here.
me a look, and I go, "What? He eats everything?" And I thought he went. Sorry.
Inspiration.
And
I'm
you,
sorry.
and you guys call me the dumb one. I think we should go and find this big one, is what they say.
You could spend some time looking through the book to see if he references where the big one is.
I don't want to spend time. Let's
They're
just-
capable of creating vast amounts of obsidian here.
This door opened inward to this room, right?
I think we'll have some time later. But you mentioned the supercharged grate. Can we see anything through that?
Through the grate, it's just darkness for a long way, and then you can see that it seems to. There's a small tunnel that seems to sort of widen into a larger cone. Almost like this, kind of like an arrow slit. Like if this was your side, like the
Oh,
firing
sure.
side of the arrow slit, and then on the other side, you just see a big empty cavern.
If only you hadn't broken your hand.
If only.
The
Woodpecker
woodpecker
size.
size. Hey.
I think we should move on because remember there are goblins coming after us.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, you can hear me telepathically, even though you ate it.
I know, but I want to hear the blow, blow, blubber.
Maybe Thaddeus and Esteem should lead.
You want to be in front, wizard? You want me
I
to
don't
be in
mind
front?
tagging along.
I was in front last time, and he
I have
ruined
like super
me.
dark vision, so.
Oh,
do
and
you
you're
really?
also like
Oh, do they
a
have superior
mushroom.
dark vision?
Oh, and I'm
That would
screwed.
make sense.
Do they have 120 feet of dark vision?
It's okay, I'll hold your
Dark
hand.
vision 120.
Yeah, so they have superior. You
What's
still
the
can't see
Henley?
colors, but yeah.
Because he's just a mushroom. They
Yeah,
might
I'm
be like, that's a
and I can take
mushroom.
hits, so.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah, they're not unheard of. I mean, he'd be a little bit higher up than they might be used to seeing one.
Mycanated old.
But they might
They're
just be
not
like,
they're
"Wow,
not
hey."
real things, but
Oh, they're
basically
not a
he's a large fungus that's just moving.
Oh
And
no! So they
basically,
would think that was
everything that he transforms into is an ambulatory version of just a regular plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just turns into a plant and is like, well, this isn't for combat. It's gonna have to go somewhere.
But
We're gonna go see him.
there are meta knowledge. There are myconids, but they're awakened fungus, awakened by that one mage
that one
you
crazy,
met.
the halfling
Yes.
who was in
The
That
one
makes-
that she lives with.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
where we left Ivo.
Oh, Ivo.
The myconid's just gonna like go
Just
across the
just
wall
a blue balloon.
All right.
like this. So if he sees any movement, he's just gonna freeze.
Okay.
And we'll take that as everyone's stuff.
All
This
right.
sucks.
So as you move up that way, you can see there's two big heavy steel doors to your right
Any
there.
noise?
You don't hear any from here.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
I I offer our human friend here my hand.
17 to find traps. Investigation.
No.
17. You don't find any pressure plates or anything like
Don't
that.
find the trap.
I appreciate your offer. I need both of my
I look
hands.
through.
Okay.
Is there a keyhole?
There's no keyhole.
It's just flat doors, correct?
Flat doors.
I'm gonna creak it open just a little.
All right, creaking it open.
You died.
Pop your
You
little
kind of
I'm thinking about popping a little spore out.
you
there.
kind of peek in there, and you can see in. It doesn't make any noise as it opens, but you can see that little pool
Thing
there.
Here. Yeah.
That little pool. It looks like it was once probably another room that could be used as a forge. This is a large pit that has lava in it, and
That's not lava.
playing in the pit are two of those small fire creatures that are leaping back and forth.
What was on the?
He couldn't
Yeah,
see
can't
that.
see it.
Oh, right.
Do they don't notice me, I guess?
They didn't seem to.
Do you say anything to us?
Do I hear anything?
You don't.
Just playing silently.
There are two of those.
You just see the fire kind of.
There are two fire creatures in lava.
Oh, how far does the telepathic link
I think
go?
it's 30, 60 feet.
30 or 60?
Or something like that.
That's cool.
I write in my little book
No, I ain't gonna do this.
that there's
Say
a
it's
lava
60.
thing.
30 feet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
You can reach
close
us.
the door.
Alright.
I'm not
Roll
sure.
me a stealth check. Closing
Nice.
the door might make some noise.
Yeah. You know how you like close the door but you keep
Yeah.
the handle? Yeah.
There's no handle.
Always.
Shut up!
I always do that.
You don't have hands.
You don't have hands.
18.
Alright, yeah, very
It doesn't
silently you
spores.
pull it closed.
No, I legitimately think it's just like this creature that has a body with a mushroom on his head.
Basically.
Yeah. You look like that guy.
But he has hands and feet too.
That one has feet. They're hard to see.
I'm gonna continue. You guys can follow me.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
we're
gonna
following?
Stay behind a little
Alright,
bit.
when you come to the fork, which way are you going?
Are we not going to go in that room?
I would prefer not. If you want to fight flame creatures, you're more than welcome to.
We're scouting right now. We're gonna come back. We're scouting.
Okay.
Blue, 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 blue. I'm
I lean over and whisper to you, I'm not certain we're in any shape to be able to handle another one of those explosions.
Yeah, I'm about
What do I see over here?
I'm about a
Master?
9 out of 36.
Over there, you see two huge, massive
Really
stone
big.
doors engraved with the faces, just like those mosaics, engraved with the faces of dwarves.
Same dwarf.
These dwarves are, they look like, just dwarven faces.
Really tall doors with doors on them.
So, as you get to there,
Crap! No! I didn't search for traps.
Oh, you're scouting. Of course you're gonna get seen
Alright.
first.
as you get to
Or
there,
run into it. Pressure plate.
you feel
Oh, you didn't check for traps.
just sort of an indentation where you step. What do you do?
What do you do? What do you do?
We're following him 30 feet, right?
Do I hear anything?
Come on, Sarah.
You
What
just
do you do?
feel your foot kind of sink down a little bit. What do you
I'm
do?
going to barely lift my toe up, keep my heel on it, but like lean backwards.
All right, as you lean backwards, you fall into a pit trap as the ground collapses beneath you. So roll me.
How large
oh no,
is this
you don't need
pit
to roll
trap?
anything. So you will take
How large is this pit trap?
4. It's 15 feet deep and it's 10 by 10. You can draw it in there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you take 4 bludgeoning damage,
What's 22 minus 4?
18.
Thank you.
and 11 slashing damage from the
Ooh.
scrap metal at the bottom.
Thank you.
Are you down?
He's still shroomy too.
And it did cause a noise, so I'm gonna add 1 to our alarm level here.
So kaboom. There's a bit here.
Inspiration.
What hast thou fallen? What subtle hole is
I
this?
I want you to come and check this out.
I lower a rope down for Sam.
Alright.
Nice.
I've named the mushroom version of you Sam.
That works. I'd like to climb up said rope.
Alright, you do so.
With your little mushroom hands.
What do you think a myconid looks like? Okay, this is what a myconid looks like.
They're adorable.
Let me see.
You think that's adorable?
I think most monsters in the monster manual are
Turn back 1 page.
adorable.
Yeah, this is actually what I think a myconid looks
So
like.
if you look at it, that's the sovereign. The next one there, that's the adult. That's what
me.
you are currently. And then
That's
that
me.
one in the middle there,
This
that's
is
the
for-
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is me, right?
Well, see, the problem here is that we played the Underdark campaign.
Yeah.
And
He
we-
does have little mushroom hands. You're
We-
exactly right.
We had the cute little guy.
That's what they.
Oh yeah, we did have a little
Wow.
Schloop or something. He had a little
Schloop.
name.
His name. It's just
He
the
had a little-
S.
He had a little cute name.
Yeah.
And he was adorable, and so now they're adorable.
So I'm gonna stand up, walk
Wasn't really good
around
at
it.
that,
Once a fungus.
There's a little ledge there. It
There
wasn't,
is.
It wasn't quite okay.
Investigation check. 17.
You don't see any more
Investigation.
traps.
Blum, blah, blum,
this
blah,
one.
blum, blah, blum, blah, blum, blah, blum. What
So
else?
here you see
Make it
another
This
steel
guy
door
is
bolted
so-
in several places, and it's got a keyhole on it.
Another pit trap.
May I look through said keyhole?
We have a key.
Yeah, you can.
Alright. What chair roll? Perception?
Well, yeah, roll me perception.
Alright.
Keyhole check.
Shoot your face.
Just check the keyhole.
16.
16. Through the keyhole, it's dark in there. You have better dark vision though.
Spirit.
You can see what looks like some sort of statue or something, and behind it a small pedestal.
Statue of what?
It's hard to tell. You're just looking through a keyhole. You ever try to look through a keyhole? Go look through that keyhole. Tell me what you see.
There isn't one.
Keyholes would be below it. That's not.
We don't-
Okay,
technically that is
go
a
look through my
keyhole.
door's keyhole.
I hate you.
That's a modern keyhole,
I
bro.
know,
that's
but you're not going to
same.
see a lot.
So I'm gonna.
Even that day's keyhole would look like, at the biggest, that. You're not going to see a lot.
And it wouldn't
So,
necessarily
I'm
have to
gonna-
go all the way through.
I'm going
Like on one
to
side?
attempt to try to push on the door to see if it's locked.
On the what?
It's definitely locked.
Crash.
Uh,
Crash.
It's
I
also,
guess
you can tell it's a pull door.
Oh, great.
Door.
No, I found it even more stupid.
Ooh,
Do you
door.
guys still have the key?
I don't know if we can hear you.
Telepath.
Yeah, because
No,
Well, I thought you were following 30 feet behind him.
right. Yeah, I guess if we single filed
we
it.
could creep along the ledge.
Yeah.
Just
There is
shuffling.
a door with a keyhole, so it has the key.
I
coming
like to
over
imagine
there.
you've just been thinking that for the past
Oh, well.
several seconds until we got into range. There's a
There's
key,
a
there's a
key,
key, there's a
key.
key.
Door.
There's a keyhole.
Yeah, we got it. We got
There's
it.
Thank you.
We got it.
Well, I
You're
give
super
I give
mad,
Thaddeus the
we
key.
get
Thaddeus,
it.
you have the key right now.
May I have a platinum card, DM?
Go ahead, roll one. Oh, they're up there.
Yeah, we didn't
Go
get them
ahead,
out.
roll one.
Roll.
I
I
said
need
draw one.
inspiration.
Alright, here you go. You got second thoughts. Use this card when you drop an enemy to 0 HP or less. Instead of killing them, they decide to become your ally at the DM's discretion.
That's cool.
That's
That's
fun.
awesome.
So,
Could have used that
probably
on
not.
Fire Dude, but
Oh, that
No,
would've been
then I
cool.
wouldn't get his cool outfit.
Oh, he would have peacefully resolved that encounter if he'd let him.
Oh.
Well, we tried, but
I was halfway
Well,
there.
when he said big mistake, of course, I didn't know
he
that.
was attacked at that point. At that point, it's too late.
I did. So, who has the key?
Thaddeus does.
Come and open it.
yeah, I'll go and open it.
Boom, boom,
Alright.
boom.
The key does not fit the
Ah!
lock. Yeah, doesn't fit.
Okay.
how
Do you
many
still
is-
have the light?
Um,
Produce flame?
No, because
No,
Oh,
he's.
it's your thing. So yeah, the key
Yeah.
doesn't fit the lock.
I'm super dark.
I can handle this. I'll
So
approach
you
the
basically
door.
can't see anything at this point.
he's gonna
I
approach
can
the door.
thieves tools. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around it, see if there's any traps in this door.
Okay.
Before I
Roll me a investigation check.
I will begrudgingly hold.
With ease.
UI's hand going over
Alright.
by the pit.
16 on the investigation.
That would be
16?
so scary.
So it looks like, as you run your hands over it, you feel just sort of this. The hairs on your hand just sort of stand as you run your hand over. It feels like there's some sort of magical ward of some kind. And you do, you do think that there's something defending this door. Some kind of trap.
Okay. Well,
can you tell us that?
I'm not that good. Probably not. I don't think any of you can handle that.
Well, you can think it to me.
Well, I guess I'm thinking.
He's
Can
like,
you
"Don't
just hear
think
my
about this,
thoughts?"
don't
Yeah,
think
I
about
can
this.
hear your thoughts, so I'm gonna
cool.
go.
So you just thought none of these suckers would do that.
So I'm gonna be like, blow, 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 away from that door.
Oh.
Right?
Sam's like, whatever.
I ain't about that life.
Well, shoot, I'm curious now.
because
I'll
I
go
literally
ahead
had
and
one
I'm gonna
health
cast detect
outside of
magic.
my tree fort.
Detect
Same.
magic? Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
You do detect
casting detect
evocation
magic?
magic on the keyhole.
So
Evocation.
on the keyhole.
So that
Okay.
would be like.
Anything that
Like
produces
explodey though.
energy.
Yeah.
Well, but healing spells are also evocation.
Yeah.
Are they really?
It's a
Yeah,
healing
power
door.
to spare the dying, which
Yeah.
is necromancy.
It's a
Yeah,
healing
that's what I
door.
It's just
thought
an
by.
off-putting of energy.
Why don't we go and
Evoking,
sleep
one
in the
might
pit
Indeed.
just for a
Only
little
there was a
bit?
word for it.
Just for a little bit.
What did you say?
We should sleep in the pit.
I
feel
in
in
the
blood.
Well, I will say to the rest of you, I don't think that we will have a way inside here for now. It appears to be magically warded.
Well, can't you get rid of that? You don't like magic.
No, I don't. But there's only so much that Lorimir's power that I can channel at any one time.
No more of that speary, absorbing
Would you
magic.
prefer I didn't use it on the fire?
No, I was just asking if you had more.
I'm afraid not. Not for now.
Very well.
The gods are fickle with their devotees. You see.
No, our bodies simply aren't designed to be able to channel as much of their power as I would like.
Good answer.
I'm point over that that is.
You'd think your god would
I'm gonna
make it
continue.
a little more simple.
20.
My god is great.
To check,
His eyes
investigate
are
for
small.
traps.
Alright, you don't see any in this area.
Blow, blow, blow,
We
blow,
can
blow,
agree on that.
blow, 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 blow. Any keyholes?
No keyholes. These look like huge.
Knockers?
They're actually huge. There are
Thank you.
knockers on them, but they're huge pull doors.
Like, would I have to make a strength check to put
No, I
these?
mean they're built for like a dwarf to pull them.
Okay.
So you could.
Know that if anything happens, I'm screwed in battle now.
I am too.
Were you at one?
Me too.
You're at one?
I'm at 1, but I have no eyes.
Yeah, he can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, because you need 2 hands to use your weapon.
Yeah.
I'll light a torch. I
Now
only
he
have
could use
to
one of
throw.
those adamant warhammers. Because you're strength based.
I am.
Or you
Oh,
could put a
right.
torch on your in your bag.
I'll light a torch.
That's
Then
a terrible
that's a
idea.
bad idea.
When we start, I only
You
need
could
one
put a
hand
glow
to
stick
throw.
out of
So
your
I'll light a torch
That
when
you
we
could
start
do.
combat.
Yeah, put
Okay.
a glow stick on your shoulder or
I'll
something.
carry one out, and I'll have the light ready.
In
You
your
could,
belt.
you could, yeah, stick it in your belt or tie
Strap
it to
it,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
got
I feel like that'd be dangerous, but I'll...
The
It's
glow
not
stick
for
is
some
just
reason.
the bugs
It's
with
Oh,
bugs in it.
right,
It's just a
okay.
fog.
No, if you did that with a torch, that would be a terrible, terrible idea.
The glow stick emits how much again?
It's just like a torch.
Yeah, 20,
Oh,
20.
well, great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And you're allowed to have one because it's
And
just
it lasts
him
for 24
that's
hours?
disallowed further glow
True.
sticks.
I'll wait just a second until we absolutely need to use it, because, we don't have many of those.
We have 7.
Yeah, okay. But,
Um,
I mean,
give
the
you one.
slugs are like, super
Quite rare.
extinct. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know if you'll
Well,
want
none
another
of you
one
guys
later
can
in the
hear me,
campaign.
but I'm saying there's a large door here.
Open it.
Well,
But we
I'll,
can't
yeah,
hang here.
I'll follow
What?
around the corner.
Alright, now Steam hears it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll go
Sorry.
around the corner.
Large door
I've-
over here.
I know this door is
I'm
past my
following the wizard.
capability. Can't lockpick your way through a magic ward. Afraid not.
I'm just a paladin, I'm a cleric, so I don't get my channel.
Do we want to open it?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
scouting,
so
as
I'm going to.
UI
I'm
says.
going to roll a stealth check to try to open this door without
Yeah, what am I?
creaking.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
I'm
step
a
back
really
about
bad
15
priestess.
feet.
What do you mean?
I don't heal.
Oh.
I'm not opening it that much.
Yeah, he knows.
It's
That's
huge. Even to open it just a little bit is a lot of noise, and it's scraping against
You
the
just see
stone on the
them.
ground.
You just see a mushroom going.
Why did you stop whenever you first heard it?
It's like Pippin's face.
You
when he
kept
drops-
going. You kept going.
That sounds like
That
the big
sounds like
one.
the big one.
Literally.
But it's just super
Are you
silent when you bring it
screaming
back.
I'm like,
Run!
You hear a booming voice.
Why do you turn away?
Oh, that's
little
Vecna.
one?
That's Vecna. Let's leave.
Probably not back now.
Come and gaze upon my brilliant.
While the door is closed, I
I'm
just
gonna grab a spore.
I just say
Yeah.
There was that
It can only go
fire.
5 feet.
normal fire.
5 feet. All right.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you just-
toss. I'm gonna
I'm
toss them.
thinking we've got a
As I'm closing it, I'm gonna put a spore out there. What does this spore see?
Can you see through the spore?
Telepathically, he can tell me what he sees.
No, the spore is not.
No,
do you know what a
it's-
spore is?
Yes, I know, but no, listen, listen,
No,
listen,
no,
listen,
no,
shut
no.
your fucking face. Alright.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, sorry, I thought that said report spore. It's rapport spore.
Rapport.
Oh my god. So my god.
Okay.
as he
I
closes
can
the
see
door.
how you made
Report,
that mistake.
spore.
Negative
Report.
inspiration.
And then just comes back.
Anyway, as he closes the door and he says that, I just sort of like kind of
Oh,
quietly.
and that voice, by the way, is
Very
in Deep
audible.
Goblin.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, well, then it just went blah, blah, blah. I was like,
So you're the only one who understands.
No, no, no.
He says he's friendly after you.
Roll deception. You're probably getting.
I open the door back up.
You see, standing.
Wait, no.
Standing atop, there's a huge pile of treasure right
Oh
here.
my god.
And standing sort of crawling off of it as gold just sort of falls off of his scales.
Oh my gosh, if we
He
give him
walks forward,
treasure, will he
and
be
you
our
see
friend?
this massive dragon smiling at you, a huge red dragon. Mine's painted purple currently, but that's because that's the one I have. I have an unpainted red, but I haven't painted it.
Normal fire doesn't melt adamantium.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can see that cone on this end of the room.
Wow.
So he sprays through there to help them forge their weapons.
Help them. He's helping them. That's good.
And he says,
Why would
You are not like the others that live here. Have you come to swear your dedication as well?
Is he still in Deep Goblin?
Yes.
Still in Deep Goblin.
Dang it. Dang it.
I just look around.
What would you request from us for this dedication?
Only your worship and servitude.
Very good, I see. It appears that you're imprisoned here. How are these?
Imprisoned
As
by
he's translating,
these
can we?
whelps.
I don't think he's
He
translating.
shoots fire
you
through the air,
translate
so
in your
all of you,
head.
including you, now immediately see this huge red dragon just.
Oh no.
Oh no! The light
no.
fades, and now you can just see the whites of his eyes as he grins back, and a sparkle shines on one of his teeth, and he says,
You know very little of these goblins whose language you speak.
he says, he sort of kind of leans down towards you.
We're the worst possible way.
They worship me as their god, as well they should. All mortals are but whelps beneath a dragon's claw.
Even if I had all my spell slots, I cannot face a red dragon.
Is he giving us free stuff?
So what's happening? So whenever you translate,
Anyone
you
who wants
translate
can
your,
roll
in your
me
head.
a nature check to see what you know about
Okay.
dragons.
Oh, heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'll absolutely do that. Nature's not really
Never
my
mind.
thing, but
Okay.
yeah, that's gonna be.
I hate
23.
red dragons because they.
Oh, the
they
wizard.
burn
23?
23.
So
Wizards.
you you're long enough lived. You probably were at least around during the third rise.
Yeah.
If not, so you know a little bit about the different kinds of dragons. This one looks like he's fairly young for a dragon. That means he's probably a couple hundred years old. But
Younger
he
than
would
me.
He would be a young red dragon. But yeah, you know that even a young dragon could be a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed.
Especially when
All
we're
of the
right.
ones that
Health.
rode under Feolfe, they were all ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big deal, bad boy dragons.
Yeah. Left was swinging at him though.
I'm sweating bullets right now.
So as the dragon's talking to him, we're understanding what he's saying through
He's
your
translating
spores.
in his head, which
Right.
I
And
can
you're
hear,
thinking
and I'm
backwards.
telling you all what's
Yeah, so
happening.
you all kind of.
Okay,
You're
fantastic.
with it.
Yeah, it's just like third hand.
Yeah, it's like a delay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
delay after
Brains
delay.
work pretty fast though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yours does.
You clearly are quite
I stopped
worth to
talking
be
to you
worshipped. I would
telepathically.
say,
Have
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I would say you definitely show
Was
the
it
power
the
to be
character?
worshipped.
Have fun.
How long have you been here?
I came here with the old goblin.
Oh, goblet. Oh.
He says, dwarves once lived here. They encroached too closely on my domain. And so I came here and liberated their slaves.
And from his nostrils, puffs of flame erupt, and you can see now on the walls here are mosaics that show the dwarves whipping goblin slaves who are working the forges.
I turned at Thaddeus.
That'll burn me up a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
given
Hal's-
yeah. So I
Fellas were
Yeah.
slaves.
Thaddeus looks pretty shocked. I don't have a record of that, and I'm from Turnikath. We don't really do slaves
Take out my book
Right.
mostly, unless you're
and
a
I
Turnrabbit.
write that on, right on down.
He
Indifferent
says,
servitude, totally different.
he says,
The dwarves who lived there, in their folly, thought they were strong enough to stand against me in my youth.
and you can see that one of the mosaics actually that was unfinished showed a dwarf warrior that was killing a dragon, but it looked to be unfinished, as though they were.
They were like, "Oh, we got this."
They were in the
Right.
battle and
Well, and not like they were in the
Just
battle.
we're working on it, and then they're like, "All right, let's go get him."
He
And then
says,
everything-
They came, and I incinerated each of them, for even adamantine cannot stand against my fire.
Let's leave. Let's leave. Let's leave. Please, let's get out of here.
I tracked them to their little hole, and I burned them out like rats.
Let's leave. Let's leave. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. Let's bounce.
Let's just pledge our undying servitude right now, so we can
Yeah, I mean, I'm
get out.
ugh. Yeah, this seems like
Higher level.
Yeah, like we
Come
should.
back later.
But I mean, we're
can't.
doing pretty good right now. We have to clear this place
We have to
out.
clear it out.
I can't. I literally cannot go against
We
Red Dragon.
have
I
to.
will die.
I mean,
Osborne will cease to exist. I have a secondary character, but I would prefer Osborne not die.
I mean,
what's the time ticking clock here? It's that
Uh,
the goblins are coming after us, right?
yeah.
If we
Yeah.
do our undying servitude, we don't have to worry about the goblins. We
No.
can go to sleep, come back, kill them all.
that's not how this is.
Come back
work.
tomorrow. Figure it out. Yeah, I don't know.
And
If
it's
that,
also not going to be convincing if Thaddeus goes, "Oh yes, I promise." It's not going to be good.
Decept.
All right. Well, y'all can
Sorry.
fight it while I stand back here and twiddle my
but
thumbs
yeah,
until
so
you're
I-
done.
I will
definitely-
undying servitude while you guys fight it.
I
I'm
would
just-
definitely.
We're not trying to fight it. We're not
just,
trying to fight
just
it.
Out of character, I would definitely suggest barricading ourselves in a room that seems at least partially secure, which would be all the way back over there.
this guy's
Um,
relatively.
oh, that one actually is pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those
Pretty small.
those doors opened inward into that room as well, didn't they? Yeah. So that actually would be pretty good. We could just bar the doors with adamantine.
Bunch of
They're not-
warhammers.
They're not breaking. Yeah. And so then we just take ourselves a little rest, come back not at 100%, but it'll have wild shape to be set on fire. He'll have some spells back. We'll have something.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. So
Right.
you get
I
us
don't know
out
how
of
to
here.
disengage from this.
Get us
I'm
out of
running
here.
his line of
Discussion.
sight right now, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, are we where we are, or did we go inside?
I'm assuming you're where you are.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did not step into the side now.
Right.
He just opened the door.
I should open the door all the way like
Very well.
a freaking
Well,
idiot.
We'll
Well,
think on it.
yeah, I easily recognize your power. I think I will, since my friends here do not speak the deep goblin, I will take them aside and explain to them your position here and your strength.
Please, come in.
I am afraid some of
I
my
insist.
See, no longer have a choice.
some of my friends cannot see in the dark, you see, and they may prefer to be in where we have
I will
denied.
provide light.
No, I knew he was gonna say that.
And he takes the claw and he scoops a bunch of something like some kind of powder or something over to the side of the room and goes, and around the room a ring of fire erupts. The entire room is bright light.
Oh my God! I start taking damage.
Bright light.
Sunlight.
Oh, it's
It's
not
not
sunlight.
That's not something.
Oh,
I was gonna say I get disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws.
It's not something. We're about to have a rough time, guys. All right.
I literally will die.
You might not die.
I have 1 health.
You might not die.
Where
And
am I can inform?
7.
Oh.
well,
And I only
You
have
have-
2 spell slots left.
you have convinced me. I am a rather strongly willed individual, but I'm swayed by your charisma. Perhaps you would consider assisting us on our adventure instead. I'm casting suggestion.
Alright.
Oh.
Does that
Oh,
work
he
on
won't
him?
join. He won't join. Don't waste the
It's-
card.
it-
Don't waste it.
If he fails to save, it will.
It's DC 14.
He got a 23.
Yeah, okay, alright.
Oh, I was like,
We'll throw this out.
we have a dragon on our side.
I'm
3 hours.
Pretty 100%
It's
sure. that we
DM's
wouldn't
discretion. We
It
wouldn't
is DM's discretion, but it's only 8 hours anyway.
Colby, can I cash in my 3 to get gold or silver or whatever
What?
card?
Oh, your inspiration. Get
Inspiration
a card.
cards. To get,
Oh,
to
yeah,
get a
go
card.
ahead. Yeah, what, you have 3? So
3, what is the 3? Platinum? Gold?
Gold.
Hopefully.
Oh, I
You
can...
get free samples.
Oh,
You
that's
encounter
not
an
gonna help.
individual who
Oh.
willingly provides you a sample of his concoctions. The exact effects of this concoction is determined by the DM.
I also have 3. Can I have 3 copper?
You know what I
gold's
could
not
do?
great.
Is
Alright,
I can
you
change
got
the
it.
environment.
Spirit,
So I can smack...
subtract
Maybe.
1
It's
death
DM's
save
discretion.
failure and add 1 success.
That is so cool.
Catch your breath. Use this card on your turn. You may use up to half your level in hit dice as a bonus action. If you have less than half your level hit dice, you regain up to half your level hit dice to use for the purposes of this card.
Nice.
And finally, expose weakness. A single enemy gains vulnerability to one of the following types of damage: acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, poison, psychic, radiant, or thunder until the end of your next turn.
What do you do?
Necrotic.
Remember, it's
Okay.
only until the end of your next turn.
I also have
It's only
that.
end of your next turn.
Although being a
Can I
paladin
grab
with that
some
Nova
too?
damage.
I'm gonna grab
Not
some
spells.
too, but I can
Oh,
grab them
wait.
on the side of the table.
I did a smite. I did a shield
A cure wounds.
and a cure wounds. That's all I got.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, 1 round would be a real good one.
1 round would be pretty
Which I could do force, and then you could just throw a bunch of stuff at him. He can't stop.
I do have a handful of little bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And
Your
a higher
highest
level.
level spell?
And a higher level.
That's
if you want
great.
that.
I have 1 health.
Same.
Yeah.
Which case.
Yeah, I think we're all
You-
single digits here, guys.
I'm not quite.
Carry you and me.
I'm single
Oh,
digits.
Well, we
Kidnapped.
don't have a choice anymore.
You
Let's-
don't have a
hey,
choice to,
maybe-
he hasn't attacked you.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
technically...
Look.
He just invited you
We
in.
can lightly chat for an hour.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
He likes to
you're
talk.
Very,
Yeah.
You're very true.
I am.
Very true.
I am. I can
Yeah, I
just
guess
chatty
we're gonna
Cathy
find
with
out.
you.
Let's-
Alright, as the fallow tells all of us, let's sit in here and chat, have a little campfire talk. Then my guy goes,
That's a good plan.
Who has a really good Constitution modifier?
Plus
what-
3.
Oh, that's real good.
Yep, that's him.
We have this.
Oh,
He
well.
sees you and he laughs and he says,
And what is this that's come to call?
He is
Haley, I reckon
a
you're probably gonna need
druid of the Outlanders. He's not normally so.
The Outlanders.
Nobody
Right.
protects
And
me.
what sort of creature is that?
It is a truly unimpressive breed who believes
I don't need it.
in false gods, not Not of your ilk, naturally. Nice.
So are we just walking in
Oh, you
one
want
at a time to be
Oh,
introduced to the dragon?
you don't want
Yeah, who's next?
This is a bad
I'll-
idea.
I'll
for
go
me to
in.
next.
You're going?
Fine, you can
Alright,
chill out
he
there.
says,
Another of your kind, it seems.
In fact, not so much different from the previous, also in one of the Outlander faiths. She is not the brightest lamp in the closet.
I'm very smart. I'm just.
I know familiar.
As I walk in,
Your petty religions and your squabbles.
I curtsy to him.
Someone
That's
knows
right.
the proper form of respect.
I
for
have
their
manners.
elders.
After I noticed that, I take a knee.
I plan.
that's disrespectful.
No, it's
For
not.
our national
Oh,
anthem. He says,
Don't you love our
Knees
flag?
are disrespectful to dragons.
he sees you take the knee and he sort of coyly, one side of his face curls up into a grin.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, because when knights
He has a
kneel
stroke.
in front of the queen and king, it's a sign of respect.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're next. Who's next?
Well, yeah, who's following
I
in?
guess it'd be me.
You're already in.
Yeah, he's met. I mean, he's met me.
Alright, as you come in, he says,
I have heard of your humans, but I have not seen them. Less fair than an elf, but less hardy than a dwarf, it seems.
Is he speaking common or deep?
he's still deep goblin.
Okay.
I'm still translating
Uh,
Oh, in your head, yeah.
in my head.
I bow really
I
low.
did tell him that he doesn't. That none of you understand him. So probably best not.
Would you happen to speak common in like a very
No.
disarming voice?
Not aggressive.
What does your friend say?
He is asking if you speak his language.
No, only the language of the dragons and of my slave.
Of the dragons. I am a learned scholar, but I
The
have
old
not learned
speech?
the tongue of the
Draconic.
Dang it.
I have not
I,
learned
I,
the
I
tongue.
sing telepathically. Wait, he said that he liberated the goblins from slavery. Now they're
Yeah,
his
he liberated them from the dwarves.
to become his slaves.
Right.
Yeah.
What-
That's as it should be.
Yeah, in case you thought the dragon was the good guy, let me go ahead
Yeah.
and disabuse you.
And what did he say?
He's an
I'm
evil
translating
not.
all of this.
polymorph.
I know,
to
but-
Still a dragon.
He does not speak your tongue.
Tell him that.
I can translate for you. It is more polite to speak directly to.
Oh,
It
fantastic.
is. It is. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Would you?
He was just signing over his shoulder.
It seems I am in need.
I hate that.
I am in need of a god such as yourself to serve, and you are magnificent.
Hear Thaddeus rolling his eyes from us.
The most beautiful living creature I have ever seen.
Are you trying to Bilbo this guy?
Well, they like compliments. I don't know that. Tell him.
I'm I'm translating. You know, shortly after you say these words. Yeah. So
Basically, is that the same?
I'm not making it as flowery, but
Or are you being honest?
I don't know that many words. I would say.
I'm not in need of a god to serve,
Then
no.
you're not
So
being
I'm
honest.
decepting.
So what I need, roll me a
Yeah,
deception
do
check.
you believe him?
Here's the thing, roll me a deception check, but use his proficiency in deception if he has it.
I do have it. No,
So
I don't.
then-
No, I don't have it.
Okay, so you are not proficient in this check.
Well, in this case, could I use this using his stuff?
Yeah, what do you want to use?
What's your best skill?
Well, I'm a wizard, so my best is investigation. What is the
Okay.
card doing?
I don't really.
You may use any skill in place of your next deception, persuasion, or intimidate check, but you got to tell me how you do it.
Okay, how you do it?
You're
No, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me.
Can I?
Because
am
you're
I
the
allowed to help?
translator.
You're investigating.
You're investigating how to make his words better.
So that they don't sound like we're all
Wow.
gonna die.
That's right. Really
No,
trying.
he is investigating whether or
Well,
not he's trying
You
to
could
tell
say
a
this.
lie.
You could say
Well, what does he want to do?
you, having dealt with criminals before through your investigation,
Yeah.
know a lot about dealing between people that may not be necessarily open to being dealt with.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah.
So
I will allow it.
All right.
does
so
he roll or I roll?
You roll it, and you get proficiency
Is
in
it
your
plus
charisma.
5?
6.
Plus 6.
Because I'm super smart.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah.
I'm really
It's a
scared
D20
of
plus
this
six.
I
roll.
have advantage, but I don't want to use it. I'm gonna do it.
Ooh, that is a 21.
Okay,
Or
good.
22,
Okay.
22.
He smiles and he says, "Come forward."
Oh
I
God!
would like you to approach.
Very slowly, keeping my head down.
This is a he, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
I walk
He
forward.
says,
You can tell by the phrase.
Raise your palm.
Uh-oh,
Open
this
your
seems
palm.
bad.
he raises his claw, and one of them just, and he holds out
you do
his
You have one
his
HP.
claw,
Yeah, you have 1
and he
HP.
pierces your palm. You feel blood dripping down your hand, and you feel a heat just sort of coursing through your veins.
It's okay, I like this.
So, he
Yeah.
says,
This is probably fine. This is probably fine.
As,
I've
as
done
he
this.
raises his claw,
I've done this
you
before.
pull your
What's
hand
bad?
back,
What's bad?
and you can see that he's clawed just a long straight line through your palm, and then
Cutting
across it a
potatoes.
slashed line.
Mhm.
And so you feel this heat coursing through your body. You now, from now on,
Oh no, oh no.
From now on.
This is a
you could use remove curse to remove this, but from now on, I guess it would be a greater restoration to remove
I
this.
have lesser rest.
From now on,
Oh,
you have vulnerability to cold damage.
Oh no.
oh no.
However, you gain 1 level of Fiend Pact Warlock. Now,
If we kill him.
if you were to kill him, you would lose this power.
Okay,
But
that's okay for now.
he might show up and request things of you at points. He also now, you can feel his eyes on you even when he looks away from you. It seems as though he will always know where you are.
Oh, I hate that.
What is... I look up to him and palms outstretched. What is your name, mighty sovereign?
I am Agamemnon.
And he can understand me now.
He can.
I got him.
He's a great theater dude.
You're still speaking common, but it's as though he knows what you're saying.
And is he still speaking Deep Goblin?
He is.
And he knows what he's saying?
Yeah.
Neat.
He doesn't understand Deep Goblin now, but he understands this dragon
Right,
when
yeah.
it speaks.
It is a pleasure to hear my god's voice.
And it is a pleasure to bring a new servant into my fold.
You may have bitten off more than you could chew, human.
I thought this one was better.
I will use your power in whatever ways this human body can.
Good. I look forward to testing its limits.
Oh God.
Oh, I did something terrible. Oh, mother.
You're now a 5th level
I don't like
character.
you anymore.
Which means you have proficiency
You're
bonus of
level
+3.
5.
Hey,
I'm gonna level up real quick with my handy app. That'll
he-
take a
Does he
second.
get
You
his
get
health
hit dice.
bonus?
He will get whatever he regain or whatever he gains from his warlock level. He immediately gets that in current and max.
Boom, which is
Nice.
1d8.
D8.
Fiend, right?
Fiend,
Only
yeah,
fiend?
fiend,
Okay.
Hey, you have bang now.
Fascinating.
Bang's
we
pretty
done?
good. Especially for a warlord.
I guess rather. What have you done?
Ooh, you have magic now?
That's weird.
And he already charisma's his key stat, so that actually worked out for him.
Oh my
that's handy.
god. Okay, so
It might not work out so much down the line, but
I'm not at
Probably-
my full.
probably
I'm
soon.
just
Alright.
okay. I just added that. All right. So
If the thing lives, I mean.
I'm not fighting it.
Maybe not at your current stats, but we're about to finish a short rest.
If I get a long rest, I'll fight it.
Does it ask about someone else yet, or does it not know that I'm here?
You haven't walked in yet, I
Doesn't
guess.
necessarily know either.
You might have snuck in while he was performing the ceremony.
I'm not going in there.
You're not going in there?
Not right now.
He probably hasn't seen
I
you.
will.
So
I
you
will-
probably haven't even seen him do that.
I heard it.
If
He's
you
not
get,
quiet.
well, if
But
you,
you
But
didn't,
it's deep
you didn't know what it...
if you
No,
get
yeah,
but I
the
can hear
tele-
him.
telepathy,
Yeah.
no, he's out of range of my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there you go.
No, I've just been hearing him talk.
Yeah.
So from his side of the conversation, I heard him swear fealty,
Yeah.
and then presumably receive a gift,
And then you
and
heard
then
him go.
power, and I know what a bloody warlock is. And so,
That's fair. That's
yeah. So Thaddeus is not.
Does my
pleased.
physical appearance change other than
of,
the
of
palm?
mages?
Not at all.
Warlocks are
Okay.
the worst ones.
And what's the symbol again?
The symbol is a line. So basically, it's a line like that with a slash going down across it like that. So it's
At least the two of you.
So it's pretty
learned
fairly
it
straightforward.
Right.
in a
Like that.
responsible kind of way, allegedly.
Yeah.
And what?
Magic. The dragon just
Do we
gave me
have?
a loaded
Have
gun
we
without a license.
been talking for long enough for a short rest yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
You getting there though?
Getting there.
Alright,
That has taken a little bit of time.
As it would.
Okay, yeah, but we have a servant of the gods, so the goblins won't attack you.
They might attack the one dwarf that's
I'm
outside.
gonna kind of like tuck myself into the corner of the wall here and just sort of be leaned back as much as I can.
You mentioned you speak the language of the dragons.
I do.
Yes,
of
I-
course.
As you can see, I do study some languages, but I have not seen any books that record your tongue. May I hear a few phrases?
Of course. What is it you would like to hear? Stories of how I slew the dwarves in this place? Or perhaps tales of how your friend will now be used? Or perhaps tales of how I will use you whenever inevitably you swear yourself to my power?
All of
They're
it.
all tempting. They're all
D,
very
all of the
tempting.
above.
Please, mighty sovereign, tell us about the time when you drove out the dwarves.
Alright. He goes on at length for a long, flowery story about how he destroyed these dwarves, brought down their halls, melted their armor and their stone walls. He says that all of these halls were clearly and cleanly cut stone before he came here. And now you can see they're much more cavernous. He goes on and on about this battle and about how once he arrived, the goblins bowed down before him. They had been trained by the dwarves to make weapons, and they were enslaved to do so that the dwarves didn't have to work. And he says that when he arrived, the goblins turned on their masters and fought alongside of him as he broke their chains with fire. He then says that the last cries of the dwarves were begging their gods for mercy, for the dwarves had betrayed their foolish gods, he says, and had forced others to make their craft for them, rather than making it themselves. In their folly, they sought to defeat the dragon, but death comes for all, he says. And then he finishes his tale with a wide smile.
How long has that been?
It has now been an hour.
And that was all in Draconic?
It's been an hour.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
spend
no
some hit
longer.
dice.
So he gets to see me turn from mushroom to halfling.
You don't have to.
At that
It's a
moment,
number of hours
as he
equal to
finishes
half of
the
your
tale,
level, I think.
a goblin opens the door and freezes for a moment as he sees you all. And the dragon smiles and he says,
I'm speaking with these. You may have them when I am done.
and the goblin bows and leaves the room.
Okay.
That's enough. I'm up to full. No spells, but I actually do get my channel
I
living.
am not.
Oh, crap.
21 HP isn't bad though. And get 2 spell slots back.
As the goblin leaves, the dragon turns to you, Farin, and he says,
Not bad.
You must know then
Oh,
of
you
this
got it.
faith
Yeah.
to which you are sworn.
Of
I
course.
am but your patron. There is but one God,
We'll go to name
and
it.
that God, there is but one God, and that God is strength. I will not stop my other slaves from trying to kill you. If you are to be a worthy servant, you will have to survive their onslaught.
Great.
I would have it no other way. And I just hold my pike and just
Except
like
for there's a
squeeze
group of
it.
goblins
He
outside.
smiles and he says,
Yeah.
I look forward to our partnership.
Great.
I am your weapon.
You have my pike.
during this time,
I still get to kill deep
Thaddeus,
goblins.
you've been able to count out the coins and the bars. It's mostly bars that he's been resting on.
I'm just kind of like
Most of them gold
just
bars.
glancing through
But
like a crack
glancing
in the
through, you were able to figure out the amount of money that's here would be enough to fund building around the temple.
I figured.
Yeah.
Would be enough to pay off my debts.
Most
There
of.
would be enough to pay off fund the temple, or fund building around the temple, and pay off half your debt.
Oh wow.
Did I?
The
Did I
adamantine weapon
when he told his
also
story, was that
pretty
all
good
in
chunk.
Draconic?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh.
each-
Well, some of it was in Deep Goblin as well.
Oh,
He
okay.
probably switched back and forth. He would tell you part of the story in Draconic and then tell it to you in Deep Goblin so you would understand.
I like that.
Yeah. So now you know how to tell a story about a dragon in Deep
I
Goblin.
can tell.
and,
Nice.
Assuming that you had the feat that.
When I was watching the stream when she said
Right.
this photo.
Nice.
I was
That
like,
is,
Nice.
but I may choose Draconic instead of Deep Goblin for instead of reading Deep Goblin. So that's
Oh, okay, for your next level.
For
Yeah.
I'll see you
What
can
what
learn
if
it
you use it?
phonetically. Your pronunciation will be weird. They'll go, your accent is terrible. But
I learned from a young one.
Your actions will I do effectually. And I slowly leave the room.
He goes back to lying
Leave the
upon
room.
his mountain of treasure.
So we are leaving him here.
Oh lordy, lordy, lord!
So we're gonna kill the goblins
So you've
first.
had a short rest?
I guess we can probably kill the goblins first. Come
I
back
mean-
tomorrow.
We could. I don't want to take on the dragon and have the horde of goblins join in.
Yes,
enough.
Right,
let's take
we
the
need the
goblins
goblins.
out.
Let's go out of the room first and let me talk to you
do all
guys.
the doors
We basically
in
just
this
got
room
free
open
reign
inward?
to kill the goblins.
What's that?
Sure.
Do all the doors
He was
in
like,
this room
so
open
I.
inward?
All of them
How'd that
open
go?
outwards.
Oh.
What?
Are we going by the pit?
Da, da, I fell in the pit. Are there goblins out here?
They're not.
There are
Wait,
not
what? Okay.
goblins.
But you do see Thaddeus.
There was
just
a
leaning
goblin that
against the
came
wall.
in.
Let's kill these guys.
I open my eyes and just look at you.
Oh, you were out there.
Yeah, a goblin.
That's right.
Yep.
So move yourselves back inside Thaddeus. During that time,
That's what I was saying. I was like back in that corner as
I forgot you mentioned
held
that.
back as I was.
During that time, you actually had an encounter while they're listening to the
Uh-oh.
story of the dragon.
Oh, what does the dragon do if he hears the encounter outside?
Oh shoot.
He's not going to care, and his voice is booming in this
That's
cavern.
true.
You probably, and he probably wouldn't even hear it.
Well, the telepathy
But I
might
heard,
kick in,
yeah,
right?
I heard.
What's that?
The
I'm
telepathy
within
might
telepathy
kick in.
range.
Telepathy might, yeah. So, during this this time, you hear footsteps coming down the hall from that direction. What do you do?
From this direction.
Yeah.
And the doors are pretty well.
Yeah, the
They're-
farther
they're-
one's probably still open.
Well, yeah,
He would have had you close it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. I just want to move and kind of duck back behind here. It seems unlikely. I guess they might make the circuit.
You hear two goblin voices.
Oh,
saying-
actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm right here. I'm gonna go. How deep is the pit?
The pit is 15 feet.
I fell in
It's
the
dark down there, but
pit.
that doesn't matter because they're goblins.
Yeah, I think you're fine right here. Right?
Yeah, this-
What are the
this is the
chances
best
of
bet.
them turning
You
around?
hear two voices in Deep Goblin saying something.
Uja Fantanka, Fatama.
And then you hear some more footsteps.
Which way
And
are they
then
going?
one of them says, "Oh, Unchanka." Ha 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 ha! Unchaka Fanta. Utafan. And you hear as the big heavy doors pulled open. And you hear
I am talking with thee.
And deep
you
goblin.
have in Deep Goblin.
Uchava Kamatapan. Kupatao Namaki.
And you hear Acha. And then the footsteps go back the other way, and you hear a voice say,
Ukaman Kavatam Putaba.
and you hear footsteps go back the other way.
Memorize that.
That's it. So when you come out, you see Thaddeus now over there.
You like whatever it is.
But yeah,
What you do
still.
there?
Oh,
Aren't you
are you
in?
talking about this?
Listen, things got a
Don't
little...
worry. You will not apologize for him.
Listen, I
Apologize.
don't like serving anyone, but I did what I thought was
And yet
right.
you bear the mark of his ownership.
I deceive my enemies.
Well,
I
it-
sacrifice myself for you so that we could stay alive.
Tell yourself what you need to, Warlock.
well,
Zealot.
it's a mark on your hand or the
Inspiration,
death of
inspiration.
3 of us. So,
I likely would have survived. But yes.
I would have very quickly.
if you cannot see that past your zealousy, then
Zealousy.
zealotry, then you obviously are not a wise individual.
I would not have thought that Oz would agree with me, but I will take it. Well, let's go take care of the deep goblins now while we have the chance.
And the permission, no less.
And the permission.
We will take out your enemies.
You've already checked this hall.
Beep, beady, 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 beady. Come on, guys.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm just following
Are
about
we not gonna go?
10 to 15 foot. There's 2 of those fire
I
dudes in
would
there.
not like to.
Well, we gotta fight.
We also have to fight a lot of goblins. So,
I imagine there's a goblin in there too, but
They might be.
That's true. It's possible.
We didn't see this, I guess.
Stop.
Hammer time.
Investigation.
18.
Nice.
Right there.
Yep.
So you don't see anything in this hall at all.
Nice.
this one.
Put me close to the wall next to the beds, not
The
next
statues?
to the beds. Oh, those are statues?
Yeah.
You asked about those earlier.
Oh, I did?
No, I didn't.
What do I see down the hall?
You
Statues.
see there, now that you're this close, you can see that there's 6 dwarven statues, but each of the statues, the head has been lopped off and is now laying at the foot, and it seems like they've been purposely lopped off. And in their places, they've placed pikes, like spikes basically, on top of these heads, and the skulls, wearing helmets still, with decayed beards of the dwarves they've killed have been placed on
Oh,
these.
gross. You should not.
I literally go, that easy. You might not want to walk down this hallway.
The silencer can take it.
I don't. Can I investigate the hallway?
Yeah, you can.
Booster gold.
12.
You're doing really
Cool.
good on those.
Yeah, it's not half bad.
Well, as you look down the hallway,
plus 1. So.
it doesn't look like there's any sort of tripwires or pressure plates or anything down that way either.
Okay. Do 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 do.
And we're
Pass it
following.
for. I'm gonna use perception to hear anything further down the hallway.
Okay.
Gotta make
Right,
a
nice.
spell book
18.
clean.
You don't hear anything at the moment.
Do do at the moment.
We're going.
As you step there, and everyone else who's following right behind him.
Yeah, we're
Well,
all
I'm
15
about
feet.
15 foot back.
Yeah.
'cause
Alright,
it's
so
a hit track
you're the
before.
next one back?
I would assume.
Alright, so
Oh, you want to be in front of
as
me?
he passes those second statues, the 2 of you need to make a dex saves.
From 15 feet back.
Because as he passes those statues, you're 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I need you to make me a dex save.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
I
want to
see.
be that close. So.
Really?
I rolled a crit fail, but since I am,
Reroll.
Like this one? I
I'll
don't
take
trust
that.
him.
11.
Alright.
Well, a
You want to be up there? You can
16.
be up there.
Okay, the DC was 11.
We're in
Um,
there.
I
I
don't
don't
trust
have that one right there.
that.
So, you hear
I'm human hurting.
and the
Whoa.
dwarves swing in axes, but immediately you hear the click and you both duck down and the axes swing
I
overhead.
literally drop into what looks like a mushroom on the ground. I turn to Thaddeus and I go, stop swinging.
Are you
No.
even watching ahead of you?
Yes. Tell your friends to stop swinging. And I continue.
You see them go.
Oh, hurry, 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 hurry,
So
hurry,
was there
hurry,
was there a
hurry.
thing that he stepped on the ground?
Didn't see anything.
Run!
Right.
So did they
we're just
swing
gonna-
horizontally?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna crouch.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just
you can
drop
all
the
crawl
around
around
and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll take me a little bit longer because I'm going prone, but.
Alright, then where to?
Forward.
Well, we know where
Oh,
that
yeah,
goes.
we-
I'm
Well,
human
do it.
hurting.
down.
I'm letting you go in front of
Does
me.
it
Articulate.
look like the? Yeah,
You
we
saw another
the
door
puzzle.
in there.
Yes.
So yeah, you
It's probably
Um,
kind of
I'm gonna
glowing. from
peek
the
around
other
this
side.
corner. What do I see?
around that corner.
Yes, sir.
You don't see anything. You see cavern.
Man, I'm gonna roll an investigation check. Wow, 17.
Wow.
Dude.
Both dice.
Well, you start searching around. You don't see any pressure plates or traps. You don't see anything like those statues.
Okay. I'm gonna hit up this wall. Anything I see over her.
Exploration.
Over there, you see some. Oh, I didn't draw them, but you see some big doors right here. Some big, heavy steel doors.
Like the dog.
Blue?
Yes. Give me a blue.
A blue.
What do I see over there in the left
Blue
where
is
that
interactable.
looks like a statue?
What's that?
Interactive.
I'm
Interactive.
sorry,
Interactive.
the one over there to the
Over there, and I didn't draw
southeast.
there either, but you see another set of heavy stone doors.
Alright.
Suddenly doors appear.
That's a lot of doors. I'm gonna make my way downtown, walking past, faces passing. I'm gonna go to here.
To those doors?
And
I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna investigate near those doors.
I'd say I'm probably now walking about 30.
10.
You're
Alright.
keeping up the telepathy.
I'm
I'm
walking
walking around.
as you look around, you don't see anything.
Okay.
I have considerably more respect for you than I do for him. So, you know.
Say what?
Yeah, the
Oh,
foul
the
has
doors?
just risen above you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the doors.
I'm getting ranked.
Wait, what do I see on the left over here?
Oh.
A passage that leads back to the
There's,
north.
there's
where you
really
came from.
nothing
Can I
worse
investigate
than
the door?
to
Or-
make
I'm
this
assuming
thing
the other
the
thing
worst
counts.
in my life.
Okay.
Alright.
Let me loose, dog, kitty.
Any
See, my
keyholes
thing
on
is-
said door?
No keyholes.
I'll tell you later.
Just giant iron doors, correct?
Right.
Can I make a perception to see if I hear anything beyond it?
It was a practical
Sure.
choice to make. I get it.
Nope.
If I find a way out,
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
I have to
Oh, okay,
go
it was
for
one
it.
below what you needed.
And I can't
Really?
Yeah, I got it.
because I'm trying to get their safety. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, Joel, if anyone would like to go through, I can't hear anything. My mushroom ears aren't that well. That good.
I'll go up and does it push open or is it?
Do we passively hear anything?
It is a pull.
Do we passively hear anything?
Yeah.
Passive perception's 11.
My passive is 10. You use your wisdom. Even when you're in their shape, you use your wisdom.
Yeah, use your mental statistics.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh
Very
my
good.
gosh. My passive perception's like 14.
That's pretty good. That is good.
What's yours, Haley?
Mine's pretty
That
good.
would have made that roll
Yeah.
a 7.
Oh, then you do hear through there.
Crap.
How did you know?
Yeah, right?
Mine's
Well,
14.
it's very
Mushroom
it's
ears.
subdued by the
Mushroom
stone
ears.
doors.
Yeah.
Mine's 14 too.
If you have over a 5.
Which is
guys, I
impossible
hear
to
orc
pass.
drums. And beyond these doors.
I think we all hear the drums.
Thank
Well,
you.
let's go crash a party.
I step away from the door and let the wizard lead the way.
All right.
Yeah, okay, right.
Oh no!
If that's what you're gonna say.
The dwarf and I.
Hand me those
Yep.
2 goblins over there, or one of the regulars and then one with the staff.
Oh, good.
All right.
Awesome.
So as you open the doors, roll for initiative.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, confirmed active shooter at
Oh!
Texas Tech.
What?
It's confirmed that an active shooter is at Texas Tech.
Ooh.
All right.
That's terrible.
Bad news on
Sorry to
D20
hear.
Yeah.
All right.
Heard it
As
here
you
first.
walk in here,
No.
as you
So stupid.
That immediately.
you see a
Aw.
goblin who's just sort of been pacing in front of the throne there. This one seems much larger than the others,
Oh,
and
good.
he's holding a huge maul that looks like the one that the dwarf hero
Yeah.
was holding in that mosaic you saw.
Oh,
He's also
That's his
wearing
staff.
some sort of a
Mr. Gold.
powerful looking obsidian chainmail and a large obsidian crown.
What?
Be stealing.
You see next to him stands another goblin who's also holding a maul, though this one is smaller, and again both of these are made of obsidian. And then you see another one holding a shield and a warhammer. That'll be the one with the staff. As you enter,
Nice, Brandon.
this goblin, this leader of the goblins, looks to be a full foot taller than the next largest. You also see that he wears that spike crown, and there's
You're good.
Cool. Yeah, he's adorned with fine jewelry, all of which are decorated with rubies. And on either side of his throne are those two guards that stand at the ready. One of them, the one with the shield, had been beating with a. He kind of has a shield strapped to his arm, and in that hand he has like a little mallet, and he'd been beating on a drum. And as you open the door, he lays it down and turns to face you, picking up his warhammer. Roughly 50 feet behind the throne. I think it's not actually that far. However far back here, so only like 15 feet.
Yeah, roughly 5.
But no, 15 feet.
Oh, back
behind
in the
there.
corner.
You see a single occupied cell, and in that cell is a stone creature that looks much like, or a steel creature that looks much like the steel folk that your people create.
The big one.
And he's resting back there, watching this happen, and you can see that he's standing with his hands up. He's not grabbing the bars, interestingly, but his hands are like on the bars, and he's watching what's about to go down.
Don't stop your playing on our account.
He says, the Lord there steps forward and he says,
Our playing is just getting started.
So I noticed the steel creature in the back, and the mushroom goes like this, points directly at the king, and goes, brew, blah, brew, brew.
Okay.
My telepathy says, how dare you cage one of my creations.
No, he doesn't.
he doesn't understand that.
But telepathy, everyone else heard it, but they
man.
didn't.
Alright, Esteem, what was your initiative?
7?
7.
-6 and a 6.
Bomber.
Farin?
Wow. 5.
Okay.
Dude, I've been rolling really bad.
UI.
I'm so tired of these dice.
That's hurt.
Booster needs a timeout.
Okay.
Yeah,
Osborne.
10.
Oh dear lord.
Thaddeus?
19.
Alright.
Apparently,
I'm not using those.
Thaddeus is the one who was ready for action here. That cell in the back with the steel.
Hold on one sec.
Okay. What keys do we have?
We have the key that was labeled, it was on the hook for armory, and the key that got into this room.
There's no keyhole in that cell.
Fascinating. Is there a gate?
How is it being held?
It's just iron bars.
Wouldn't.
Remember, he mentioned in the journal that the stones were keeping the thing held there.
Yeah.
This is true.
Because he thought it was a waste of them.
Did you see any stones in that chest?
You have seen no stones as such. They're basically in the two places you haven't
That's
gone.
the best thing
course.
ever.
So, yeah. Exactly.
Why did they say
Do
that?
constructs
Son of a gun.
understand?
Something like
They can
that.
still Steelfolk can speak, yeah.
Oh, they can?
They've
The
got
dragon.
solo halfling.
Oh.
Right now he's just watching now. And it's going to be... They wouldn't work with the spores, though.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so that's going to put us... starting the party off with a bang is going to be our Lord there.
Oh, Lord. Literally.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah, 2 of them rolled a nat 20 on their initiative.
Great.
Alright, so the Lord raises his maul in the air as he steps forward to here and slams it down into the ground, causing a 30-foot gout, just
Wow.
a cone,
You gotta
a
be
gout
kidding
of
me.
flame erupting from the ground, one after the other. And that's going to be a dex save for everyone in that area.
It's a spell.
It is not a spell. It is a magical weapon. What's the text of your ability?
Spell.
Okay.
I might have passed it.
That was a deck save?
Yeah, and remember you did have your short rest.
So it's
18.
yeah, I did 18.
18.
Actually.
Alright, the DC was 13.
Yay! I got 15.
20.
We
Alright,
gotta
Haley.
get artistic up in here. 16.
Alright, so everyone passed, so you'll all take half this, except for you. You'll take 1/4 because you're resistant.
Hey!
And so will you, because you gained... No, you didn't. You haven't unlocked that yet.
I wish.
Alright, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
I might
17,
survive.
18, 21. He actually rolled pretty poorly.
Bro, you said 21. That's not pretty.
21. Oh, it's pretty poorly. That's 4 1s and a 2. So 24 or 21 fire damage if you passed, or if you failed. So if you passed, then it's going to be 10. Haley will take 5.
I drop out of mushroom and go into Oz.
10.
Did you spend hit dice for both your mushroom and you?
Oh,
allowed to do
the
that?
mushroom does have hit dice, doesn't it?
It has hit dice.
Oh.
So check that.
Yep.
Uh, next up is the Berserker. So he's gonna come running forward and seeing
Well,
Thaddeus
that'll
there. He'll run up
Yeah,
to
I'll have
Thaddeus.
no help.
No, it's still 8, in fact.
Okay, interesting. So as he runs up towards Thaddeus, he raises his own maul and swings it overhead in a wide arc, bringing it back down. What's that?
Can I borrow some D8s? Just to...
Yeah, I got
Thaddeus,
you.
it's going to be a
I got
20 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Alright, so that's going to deal 9 piercing damage, or bludgeoning damage, not piercing,
Good maul.
and 8 fire damage.
Ouch.
And then his second attack swings downward for a crashing blow, but you throw up your shield and feel the reverberations against your arm. Now it's Thaddeus' turn.
I'm actually still a mushroom.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Nice.
swing in against this this fellow, I guess, because he's now right in my face. So
All right.
let's do this. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, as I have my shield up, and I just bring my, loosen my grip on my spear again. He's in a bonus action. Get some reach, and then I'm gonna. You know what? He's actually giving me some nice cover. I'm gonna hit his boss.
Alright.
As he comes up around, then my spear just goes sort of around him
Alright.
and at his employer, but no,
Okay.
not so much.
Alright, then that puts us at Osborne.
I mean, I must have.
How far away is the maul wielding dude?
He's where he is.
It's too
From
far
you is
me
10
to see.
feet.
I need to move closer.
Well, then do it.
Do so.
I move closer. I am. What was that?
That was my phone, maybe?
Yep, that was me tagging you.
That was you.
Oh, who attacked who?
Can he roll a Constitution save for me, please?
A concept? Yeah.
Actually,
Can I
Never
use
mind.
my reaction to
never
do
mind.
signal?
Yeah, make a con save.
You could have, but it's a little late.
Sorry.
Make a con save?
Yep.
He got a 4. Oh, well, I mean, with the save bonus, he got a 10.
He fails.
Nice.
Alright.
Cause he needs an 11, right? Jeez.
And this is on the boss, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I throw my head forward, and he now has multiple spores on him, which are causing him to. Sorry, forgot the word. Stun for 1 minute.
Oh.
In that case,
That's-
he uses a legendary resistance
Of course he
to
does.
not have that happen. As your spores float towards him, he swings his maul up and fire arcs behind
That's
it in the air.
crap.
So that's what we're fighting. Okay.
Alright, that's gonna put us at DUI.
So he's
But you've earned a use of legendary resistance.
he's the big bad.
I'm hoping that he only has
Right.
the one, but
I don't reckon. Count on it. You never know.
I never do. I mean, I never do. No.
I understand nothing.
Ich weiß kein.
They would
Ich
hit me if
feel
I ran by
Krakenwagen.
them, right?
Yeah, both of them would.
Und Krakenhaus.
Well then,
You know what I said?
you think I could throw something at him from here?
Yes.
Ich will Kraken.
Now you're 20.
Wagen.
So you-
Und Kraken.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here.
okay.
I need
But-
an ambulance.
I'm throwing from here,
Okay.
so I can
So
hit.
you're throwing and then running over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a retreat.
Retreat.
It's advancing in the opposite direction.
Well, this one sucks.
Tactical repositioning.
Sorry, 13? No, 14. Sorry.
14 will
Oh
not.
wait, no, it's plus 6 now, so it's actually 15.
On which guy?
It was here, right?
Yeah.
10. This one.
That one there. All right. So with a 16, you're 16. You said, or 15? 15. All right. Your axe arcs towards him and slams into his chest. It bounces off, but it does seem to have cut some of his armor there.
So
So
does
yeah,
damage?
it caused some
Sentinel, I
damage.
need you to be next to me.
5 damage.
All right.
That's pretty good. I got a 1. That's pretty good for a 1.
Yeah. I
And?
would say so. There you go.
And that is it.
That's
and
it for your
as
turn?
I run away into this corner. Well, you know what? I got full movement. Let's just come over here.
Oh, just get out of the way. Makes sense.
All right.
I'll just run by.
Okay. Next up is Esteem.
Okay, well, I will, magic missile that dude.
All right.
The big, scary looking one.
All right.
I'm playing some cards.
Oh, nice.
I'm doing it now.
Doing it now?
Yeah. I'm
So
doing
do you want to do it at first level or higher?
I keep forgetting my secret thing.
This one he's got legendary resistance. I'm playing both.
It's handy. Cool. So that's
So, you know his vulnerabilities,
Well,
and until the end of your next turn, when you and your allies deal damage to that creature and that damage is of the type they're vulnerable to, it takes triple damage instead of double.
Whoa!
And he gains a vulnerability to force damage. His other vulnerabilities are nothing.
God,
Nothing.
magic
Okay, well,
missile's gonna be stupid hard.
So that magic missile was 15.
So
Triple
45? Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Thanks, Greg.
That's handy.
In one hit, that almost bloodied him.
Or Thaddeus.
Almost
What?
bloodied him.
Which one? So this one?
The Lord, yeah, and that one hit almost bloodied him.
So he's almost.
So, magic missile slammed into him, and he goes stumbling backwards,
Oh.
and then looks up with a smile, and he says, "Tickle."
Excuse me, stumbling backward as in he got knocked 5
No.
feet.
No.
No.
He
Not
got
fucking
knocked about
backward.
8 foot.
Got it.
All right, and that's gonna put us at foreign.
Foreign, if you can get near me, that would be great.
I get near you.
Thank you.
I say, I show the Lord my new symbol, and I say, you know, Agamemnon made me his new servant.
And he holds up his hand, which has the same symbol, and he says, "Then you come to claim my throne?
Yes.
Let us see your strength!" Then he raises his maul overhead.
Do they understand each other?
They do.
Neat. Crackling red energy expels from my hand in the form of the symbol. I am
Nice.
doing Eldritch Blast
Nice.
force
And
damage.
you're 5th level.
Nice.
I am
So
fifth
deals
level.
Triple damage. Because until the end of your next turn, that happens.
Guys, we have geniuses on our team.
All
Force is
right,
Cool.
so that is
Not that force.
No.
15,
This one's not cool.
Nice.
This
And-
Kamehameha.
16. Oh, no.
To hit?
No, more than that. 25, sorry.
So
Wow.
15 and 25?
15 and
25 will
25.
hit.
Oh, the 25 will hit?
Mhm.
Poopy.
Hey, so
So
D10's good though.
D10 some good damage.
vulnerable,
What was the
so that'd
other
be 3 so that'd be 3d10 that I
I
would
think
roll.
it's-
Wait, what
You
was
just
the other
roll-
attack roll?
You just
15.
roll 1.
And triple it.
Oh, it says next. Can I not apply it retroactively? I was gonna let him add his Constitution modifier.
I'll let it happen.
Alright.
Alright, so
to
both
the-
hit. But each one's only
17.
1d10.
You
Okay.
roll 1d10.
And you'll do the damage and you'll
I'll
triple it?
Yeah,
Okay,
you just tell
great.
me whatever
That
you
D10?
actually dealt.
Alright, so here's the first d10
Ooh.
is 8 force damage.
Nice.
And the other one is 8 force
So
damage.
that's
Wow.
48 more. Alright, your blast slams him back against the throne, and immediately he launches himself back up through the air, maul overhead.
And he's marked as well.
He's looking bad.
That
He's
is
marked.
chanting under his breath. A
Also-
prayer earlier of weakness and of strength. It's not flavor.
You both have me that.
Odd that
Alright.
he chose to.
The,
grant that as a vulnerability
The
to
one over
magic
here who
resistance,
had been
but
beating the
whatever.
drum and now joins the
Just give me
fray.
what I can get, I
He
guess.
comes running in, and as he gets close, he's going to unleash a burning
As
hands
he
right
gets-
here.
as
That's
he-
going to get
oh,
all
as he
4
gets-
of you guys.
How handy.
So that's a
Uh,
dex save.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I've got my channel,
Channel
divinity
divinity
back, and
Nice.
so as he extends a hand, I say, "Oh no, I don't think so." And then I think I might say, "I'm working with too many of you already." And then send out my spear towards him. That's a nat 16.
All right,
so
it
not so
absorbs
much.
the flame back into your spear, and then just sort of expels it harmlessly as steam back towards him.
Now kneel.
He looks to you for a moment with just this look of utter disbelief, but then raises his warhammer to attack again,
It appears that your god was not strong enough.
and that puts us at the Lord, who
He is.
charged his molten slam.
He's just with me.
So as he leaps through the air on his last
Hashtag
legs, he
uh-oh.
slams his maul back into the ground, and everyone here needs
Alright.
to make me another dex save.
So-
This one, the DC is 13 on.
I don't,
Nat
I
20!
don't think I'm gonna make
Nice.
this one.
Oh, it's a
Alright.
pass. 16.
Pass.
I'm not in it.
That is.
I got
Yeah,
13.
done.
13 will
That is.
pass. And a steam?
Crit failed.
Hey,
So,
hey,
super not.
hey, it's a skill
It's
check.
a saving.
It's
Dang
a
it.
save.
Every time.
Every time. I'm probably
So,
definitely going down.
This is going to be 32 fire damage or 16 on a pass.
Well, that doesn't kill me outright.
That's
because
good.
I did have 11 hit points left.
That's good.
I'm
But I'm
gonna
definitely down.
I'm gonna use dodge
Okay.
and you can go ahead.
So use this perk if you were hit by a melee or ranged attack. Make a dex or intelligence check the roll you make reduces the damage by that much.
No,
It's not an attack, but I'll count it since you
Okay.
can dodge out of the way of this theoretically.
So I'm gonna use intelligence because it's better than my dex.
All right, sounds good.
Sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
So just a flat intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Fire's not my friend today.
That would be 13.
So you reduce it by 13. You pass the save, right?
Yeah, I did.
So you only take 3 fire damage.
Okay, great.
So you see it coming immediately, and you roll down out of the way as the gouts of flame erupt right nearby, one right next to you, searing some of the hair on your arm.
It's amazing. This fire is nothing to me now.
Alright, that leaves us with the Berserker. So this one over here in front of Thaddeus, he's gonna step. Are you here?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna step into right here, and as he does so, he roars, and his eyes just sort of like glow for a moment, and he starts swinging his maul with blinding speed.
Oh, crap.
So this is a once per day ability he has.
Uh-oh.
He's going to make an attack against each enemy creature within 5 feet.
Ouch.
Each
So
one.
orange will be Thaddeus, purple and silver will be Farin, and blue will be Osborne.
Know that I will be doing Sentinel.
I think Osborne is the only one that's going to hit.
Are you serious?
And that is going to be, yeah, because the other two are very low. And Osborne, that's going to be a 21 to hit. Bummer.
Yeah.
Alright,
Any
so
day
that's
of the
going to
Redo that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got some points now.
That probably won't, a 10.
Nope.
He did a poor job on that.
That was pretty
Nice.
beautiful.
So he comes in and starts swinging around. It bangs against your shield. He whips around to slam into Osborne. But Osborne, as you do so, you just take one of your hands and grasp onto his maul. For a moment it burns and you pull it back. He then whips around to Farin, who's already got a pike ready for him.
That is an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
For 13 max damage.
Nice, nice.
93.
As it goes into his side abdomen. Or his side.
Side abdomen.
Side abdomen.
Side abdomen.
The one
Side
on the
abdomen.
Side abdomen.
Side. Alright,
Stabbed
that
him.
puts us at Thaddeus.
Abdicide. I am
There
very
goes
low.
that force
but
damage.
that's okay. Yeah, the force damage is gone now.
It was fun.
That's all
Sad
right.
day. That was good.
That's fine.
That was pretty
So
good.
as I've like brought in that flame and it just turned into steam, then it caught some of the ambient light dancing through the
Nice.
fire, and for a moment that light changes from the kind of reddish orange of the fire to a shaft of pure gold that then bathes Thaddeus for a moment in its radiance. I'm catching my breath. So I'm
Nice.
gonna spend half my level in hit dice as a bonus action, which would be just the 2. But
Alright.
it's something.
How many hit dice did you spend in the short rest?
Well, I get
You
to
regained them, right? That's
yeah.
right.
And that is 7 and 6.
Dead.
So those are
He's so wiped out.
7 and 6, so that's 10
Exactly.
and 9. So I have 19 health back. Thank you very much. That's my bonus action.
All right.
For the full action, I'm gonna keep swinging at this berserker guy. I don't suppose he was berserkery enough to where I have advantage to hit him.
You do not.
Bummer. All right, Bone Die, help me out. So
But he used his best ability and it failed.
and
so.
it messed up. So as he's all distracted, no, the boss has been doing that fire thing to him. In fact, I'm gonna step around this dude. I'm just gonna creep
Okay.
along here. I'm just squeezing through.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come all the way, up to there.
Okay.
And so just swing in forward with my spear over to the table.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Thank you, Bone Die. So good. So that is a 11 damage.
11
so,
damage?
yeah. Which is
Alright.
I would smite if I could, but I cannot.
All right. So as you plunge your spear upwards, you see the tip of your spear start to glow, and that haft grows warm, and then suddenly there's a blast of cool air, and the Azer slips off your spear onto the ground.
Azer.
Yeah, I'm using Azer.
Yeah.
He slips off the spear on your ground. The goblin slamming his head down onto the ground, the crown rolling from his head.
Whoa. What does this deal folk say when he sees a halfling?
He just, for a moment, he steps back. Halfling what? Your form?
I'm in halfling form now.
Oh, he just kind of eyed you curiously, but he's been watching the fight. He hasn't said anything yet.
Good teamwork.
What do the other goblins do now that he's...
They both see him fall, but they continue fighting.
I step
Alright.
into
They're
his
here to
space
prove
now.
they're the strongest.
Alright.
Yeah. The goblins believe they're a cratocratic society,
Yeah.
so they believe whoever is the strongest has the right to rule. If he fell, he wasn't the strongest. So now one of them might be.
It's true.
Alright, his turn.
That makes it. That was just Thaddeus. So Osborne.
Osborne is gonna yell at his seal folk. No worries, I'm on my way to save you. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on me.
Nice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, that was a lot of health.
All right. Is that it for you?
That's it for me.
All right, UI.
I am gonna run over here, and on the way there, I'm gonna throw an axe, and then when I get there, I'm gonna rip that axe at him. Hopefully.
All right.
Let's hope for a
Assuming you
hit.
hit.
Yeah.
Let's see it, dude.
Okay, maybe
Roll
not.
things.
Not bad, but it's not good damage.
16
16 will hit.
for 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh, this one won't. This one won't. 9.
9 will not hit.
Yeah. So I don't pull it out of him. My axe is still embedded. Like
Okay.
it's like I go and I hit him like right on the shoulder where it like
All right.
connects, and then I can't pull it out because it's jammed into the
Yeah, it's like under his
arm.
pauldron.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then that puts us at Esteem.
Who's
Make my
making
first
insane-
saving throw.
Oh, I forgot you were down.
I succeeded.
Oh, you're down.
I got-
Oh, sorry, dude.
I didn't even know when you got down. When did you
With
get
the
down?
big
Molten
the
slam,
second
molten
big blast.
thing.
Oh
I
crap!
kept feeling
I could have done a
sorry,
movable
dude.
object
It's
too.
all good. It's all good. I've got one save.
Then Farin.
Okay. Well,
Get on your feet and make it happen.
yeah, I could do that.
I've got
He is
I've
literally
got at
right
least 2
behind you.
turns.
Yeah.
I can make it through at least 2 turns.
But it might also be nice to have another helper.
Yeah, he does sometimes.
You're gonna get an
chill touch.
opportunity.
It's also only a bonus action to do get on your feet.
No, he's
Oh,
right
well,
here.
that's true.
He's
Oh yeah, he's within range.
Sorry,
Sorry.
you can just like go like get up.
Sing it,
Yeah,
Brandon. Sing it.
All right, so I'll just like stick the blood amulet to your foot because that's the
Foot.
closest thing right now.
It
And
definitely has hurt him.
get on your feet,
There it is.
get up and make it happen.
Please stop. Please stop.
I am awake.
And
He's not actually singing it. Yeah.
let's see, that is 9 HP back
That's
to
pretty
you.
good.
And
It's
One
really
third.
good.
It's like half your health.
A warlord card.
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
like, you get an attack. You get an attack and inspiration.
Yeah.
Writing
also
speech.
I'm just going to actually I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast to the one that's furthest away.
On your feet.
And
No.
send it crackling over, arcing towards his head.
Let it
So
die.
we'll see about these two. Oop, poopy.
Oh, all right. Well, you know.
Oh,
Well,
that
that
was
was pretty good though.
One was good.
this wasn't that great. 22
You are
and 7 plus 6 is 13.
That'll hit.
you are within 5 feet of an.
Oh, that'll hit.
On the one in the back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
that is.
Well, yours suck. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay, so 9 force damage altogether.
All right, 9 force damage. All right, so and yeah, I said he had a shield, but that one actually doesn't have a shield. I was looking at the wrong one. So your gout of flame erupts from your hand and blasts into him, throwing him backwards. How much damage was that?
9 force.
9 damage?
Right by Oz's ear.
All right, and that puts us
This
at
is a critical shop and
His
it
turn.
can happen.
He's done
Say D20
So
was-
he is going to, having seen that, he raises his hand and blasts it forward too, and a gout of flame erupts from his hand as well.
Oh my gosh, it's like
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Right back towards you as yours
Go like-
fires at him. What's your AC?
17.
Alright,
Does
so
it
he
make-
crit you,
Redo that.
hit
It
you,
makes that noise.
and missed you.
Does it,
Oh
does it
my
make a
God.
difference
He
if-
still hit, but didn't crit.
Colby, this is important.
Does it make a difference if he's within 5 feet of another enemy?
When they're doing that.
They don't have to be linked.
It does.
Which thing are you talking about?
Whenever they hit, whenever the two spells
Still
hit.
hit you twice,
Okay.
but he didn't crit you at all.
Okay.
That's
Alright,
it.
so
Do your damage.
headed towards you. What's the damage on Scorching Ray?
2d6 3 times.
Thank you. Alright,
Did you roll it?
so you did.
So 46.
So, 2 blasts slam into a fiery energy, much less controlled than yours, and that's going to be 7 damage, and then 7 damage, both fire.
Interesting.
Okay.
Rolled pretty alright for those.
I'm gonna roll my mini D4.
Exactly average.
Mm.
Then that's going to be the Berserker. Alright, the Berserker is going to lift its maul, and he's going to... did you mark the Berserker? You didn't. You were
I
attacking
marked
other
the
guy,
Lord,
yeah.
but he died.
So then he's going to turn around. I'm trying to remember who hit him.
Is it like a bonus action where you can move
Thaddeus
your
was with him.
like 100?
No,
I was hitting the Lord.
Oh, you hit him. You hit him.
Yeah,
You dealt
I-
7 damage to him.
I did.
So he whips around, right, but you used bonus
Sentinel.
action to get on your feet. That's what it was. So he
Yeah.
turns around to you with his maul, and he slams it into you twice.
That's fine.
Let's see, that's going to be a crit.
All right, redo that.
Alright, a hit. And
Crit, though.
just a hit. Just one hit. And that hit is going to deal 6, 7, 8, 9 bludgeoning damage and 7 fire damage.
9 and 7.
Right. Which puts us at
Poop, man.
Thaddeus.
I mean, I guess I'll.
Healing word.
No, you know, it looks like Firen's probably got this. I'm gonna hit the guy with the warhammer and the shield.
All right.
As he's busy hammering, was he hitting my druid?
No.
What's he been doing? The guy with the hammer.
He's been doing all sorts of things.
he tried to burn his hand.
Oh,
He's stopped
that's
it.
the one he was been. Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Silenced
I've
it.
been playing with him. So I'm just gonna turn my full attention to him now, and just swing in to hit him in the jaw, just with the
Okay.
side of the spear. Nat 16. So
That'll hit.
that's a 22 total. For a, let's use a bow die. 10 damage,
Okay.
and bonus action,
Okay.
extend my reach.
All right. Then that puts us at Osborne.
Osborne, noticing that the fallow fell down, he's gonna. What would a healing word in Yuane's language be?
I don't know. Yuane doesn't have her own language. It would typically be the language of the Old Speech, the Outlanders.
How does old speech sound?
It's based on like Scottish. It's like Gaelic kind of.
Those were-
Erin go bra. You take, which means long live Ireland.
That's
four-
handy.
Almost. Right. Go ahead.
Is it not? Yeah, it's long live Ireland. God bless him, Ireland.
Oh,
America.
Go ahead.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 10 health.
nice. Wow.
And then I'm gonna grab a. Am I wrong? Well, you said Gaelic. Erin go bra is Gaelic.
That's not what I'm laughing at. Okay, go ahead.
One that I thorn whip, and I'm gonna try to latch it around the dude in front of me. Woo! What is 19?
19 will hit.
What is
The
19?
number between 18 and 20.
Ah, you just won on Jeopardy.
4 damage.
4 damage. And
What's
that's
so funny? What's funny?
I don't know.
I
just
was
think
laughing
funny
at the
things.
Jeopardy thing.
Am I not getting?
No, I was
Erin go
laughing.
bra is Gaelic for long live Ireland.
They need to let me and the audience know because I don't know what they're talking about.
No, I was laughing at the Jeopardy thing.
all right.
Chat, look it up.
That was
Erin
funny.
go bra.
Alright. So,
R-I-N-G-O-B-R-A.
You'll figure it out eventually. So that's gonna put us then at UI.
Indigo bra.
Long live Ireland.
Long live Andy.
Something like that. What are you doing?
I'm using my axes.
Oh,
What
good.
do you think I'm doing?
Well, tell him.
Well, I was rolling first, and then I was gonna do
That's
that.
what she always does. She rolls and then describes based on what she rolled.
Yeah.
Because if she rolls really well, she describes it one way, but if she rolls poorly, she describes it another way.
Handy.
Just 2 crit fails. I punch myself in the nose
19
twice and sit
twice. 19 twice.
Allegiance to Ireland, so long live Ireland.
Okay, you're not getting it. I was saying they're based on a Scottish base.
down. So then you
Yes,
said
and I
long
said
live
long
you
live
said long
Ireland,
live
but
Ireland.
I mean, it's the only Gaelic I know, so
Right.
pardon me.
That's just what I was laughing at.
So I take my axe, and I first of all I rip it out of his armor,
Alright.
and that
Old.
alone does 5 damage.
Okay.
That's my unarmed. That's me punching him.
All right.
And then I take it, and just because I feel like I have made a point here, I'm gonna hit him right in the same spot,
Okay.
like
Nice, right in that wound.
because I'm like, yeah, you don't. I can do this all day.
All day.
And
that
it
trait was
is.
going
I thought this too.
It's empty.
Um,
So
Doesn't mean the
Sorry,
cup's not
it is
gonna fly.
8.
8 damage.
It's empty.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean the cup's
she
not
already
gonna
knocked it in
fly.
my lap. So.
Yeah. So you slam into him, you pull it out, and then slam it right back in.
That happens.
That's gonna be.
And I look at him, and I just like.
All right.
Sneer.
That's gonna be Esteem.
Okay, well
She's
I'll
not terribly
scramble back to my
intimidating
feet
as you are.
and
She's giving me
shoot
a
off
good shot.
She's a little
a
dumb.
magic missile to the berserker dude.
I mean, in practice,
Level 1,
she
that's
is-
this one.
she's pretty
Classic.
And that's not bad. That's going to be a 12 force damage
Well,
to
force
the
damage.
berserker.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm going to come around the corner there. So he doesn't do that. Well, I guess he wasn't the one that did that thing, but better safe.
You don't want to get burning.
All right, Farin.
It's just
Because I can't.
All right. Would I have disadvantage if I used
Well,
Eldritch
it's
Blast?
almost first level.
5
Yes.
feet. Okay. Well, in
Well,
that
the
case,
other guy back over there is
Second level
5
slot.
10 feet away from
But
you.
there's
I would
like a
still
second
have
guy
it.
feet-
I would
feet
still
away.
have it.
Oh,
So I'm
no.
just gonna instead attack him with my pike
Sounds good.
um,
Get it?
This is
do you have
this.
more suggestions?
to get him out of the
I
way.
have 2 more.
That's a little cocked.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Here's under my
14.
14 on which one?
This one. That one.
That
probably.
will not hit.
Okay. Yep.
I don't need
Awesome.
it. I don't need it.
Then I can't do anything else, I
Alright.
believe.
This guy then,
product placement.
as he comes in, he brings up his maul, now grasping it with both hands, and he's gonna slam it into
Me. dude.
Osborne.
Well, you did say.
You did.
Oh,
suggest
well.
that.
Hide behind my shield.
I'll definitely do Sentinel.
I think Sentinel specifies within 5 feet of you makes an attack. That does not include you.
No, I think it's the bad guy.
The bad guy is moving
Yeah.
5 feet of you. We're talking about the dude with staff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You said berserker, and so that's
No, I said this guy here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Colby.
okay.
So, not within reach, just 5 feet.
Right.
Got it.
Now you do
Hammer
get
thing is
the
what's the
opportunity
harness
attack when they enter your reach. Is that pole armor?
That's pole armor.
Yeah.
But they're just usually taken
Together, yeah. So it's hard to tell which one's which. All right, so Osborne, that's gonna be
I have
a
17 AC.
one of them's gonna hit,
Okay.
and that's gonna deal
You doing
10
okay?
bludgeoning damage
Whoa.
and
hit.
7 fire damage.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, and that puts us back up to the top. So this
Oh,
dude,
Is this that fiery maul?
they've all got bigger
Fire.
They
mauls.
all have.
Yeah, they've all got adamantine mauls, and they all have some fire damage.
Jesus.
So that one there is going to attack Farin.
Yep, okay.
Alright, so Farin, he comes in at you, and he... Okay. Oh.
How many times can you get on your feet?
Oh, I'm sorry, this one had a warhammer. I messed it up.
It's second.
That one had a warhammer. Or that one had a
But
maul,
for another
this
guy.
one has a warhammer.
Okay.
Other way around. This one has a warhammer, that one has a maul.
Okay, that's
Oh
fine.
my
I'm an idiot. Alright.
goodness.
So in that case, that was right, and
Oh my, you ain't.
that was right. Alright. So he's going to get a 16
Nope.
and a 21.
Redo that, please.
Alright. So that 21 became a 50.
Okay, they both don't hit.
Alright, nice. And that puts us at Thaddeus.
I needed that.
Alright, well, I'm going to keep on swinging at dude with the warhammer, because that's the one that I'm closer to, so that's what I'm doing. It was on a 12 and then rolled the rest of the way down and got a 7, so a 13.
That will not. Oh, on the Warhammer one?
Yeah.
That will do it.
Oh! Haha! Take
Nice.
that, villain. For 10 damage.
Alright. And that is exactly what you needed.
Oh, how
As
nice.
He drops as you plunge your spear through his sternum. He drops to the ground dead.
Nice.
Osborne.
Good shot, Thaddeus. As he dies, I pull my whip back and I fling it at the one next to me, trying to wrap it around its neck.
Ooh.
That is a 22.
That'll do it.
Cool. Then I do 6 damage.
You crack his
Very
neck
cool.
as you
Oh!
yank him towards you. He drops
Nice.
to the
Spirit
ground.
of left neck breaker.
You hear.
That a boy, yeah! Thank God.
Oh, that was.
I-